Yeah. But here we are. We are now live. The button has been hit. Hello, chat. We're only 3 minutes late.
Holy shit.
When is
That's
this
basically
unusual
on time.
occurrence?
Not too bad.
We could have been much later if we decided to be polite and wait for everybody else to join. But we thought, no, fuck them. We're going to break the habit of a lifetime. So people will be dropping in later, but we can get going without them because fuck them. They don't really matter. Who likes them anyway? Uninspired? What a shit.
Stupid cat.
Yeah. Stupid damn cat.
There's stuff to talk about. However, you're the only person on this panel so far that has watched the show.
But we can still talk about the meta around it because that's what we were doing right before we popped on. It's just like Daredevil, like I was saying, is one of the coolest superheroes ever made. He should be up there with people like Spider-Man, Batman, and like everyone else who's like, has touched the $1 billion mark if he was handled right. And the fact that they have, in terms of his story, has some of the best actors. Like Kingpin is perfect. Matt Murdock legitimately looks blind, even though he's not blind. Charlie Cox. They just have everything they need to make this fantastic, except the writing, and it's just the most frustrating part. So, like many people, I gave up during the fiddle faddle scene.
Yes,
never came back.
God.
So it's up to Platoon to summarize the rest because Cynic, you're in the same boat, right?
Dude, that fiddle faddle scene. Considering the escalation of the second season, or at least what it was promising, the fiddle faddle scene is like a microcosm of what I was worried about. Because if you're failing on the small scale, like I was saying behind the scenes here, like if you fail on the small scale, I dread what you're going to do on the larger scale. So like if I'm supposed to feel bad for this guy, that's what you want me to feel like.
Exactly.
That's not fucking good, man.
Tiny moments can completely derail things, and they can also get you on board. Like you didn't watch Dunk and Egg, but there was a scene where he was forced to sell his horse that he knew for years, and it was a really heartfelt scene. And it's the scene that everyone admitted, okay, I kind of love this character. And like it was such a simple scene, but it was extremely effective. Where in the fiddle battle scene, it's like, okay, if this is your perspective and you think this is actually a heartfelt scene, you need to fuck off. I'm just done. Tapped out. So like there's professionals like Platoon who trudged it out. But I said fuck that show. I just couldn't. I could not watch another fucking second of that.
Well, that's dope because it tells you exactly what the writers think, which is bad enough. But then it's not just bad because it's just obviously alienating to most of the audience who believes in basic things like stealing is bad. But they have to break the protagonist and have him agree with it. That was almost like the worst bit about that scene. It wasn't that a guy would be brazen enough to say, well, I deserve sweet things, and they took my social security away because I'm an evil, shitty thief.
Yeah,
it's that Matt turns around and says, "You're right. This is unjust."
If Matt called him out
5
for
minutes
his
later, he tells another lawyer, "No, incarceration doesn't work. You're fucking Daredevil. What is the point of you if you're going around saying, yeah, stealing's fine?"
They could have saved the whole scene if Matt called him out on his bullshit, because he should have encountered people like this a million times where we just cut back to him and he has a blank face. He should have a million counters for it. He should be able to completely talk circles around the dude. But instead, he's just deflated. He's just nerfed.
Well, because the writers use him as a tool to get their own point across. He agrees with the writers, and the writers agree with the other characters. So he can't do any of that. Like he should be able to. He should be able to say, "No, this is bullshit. What are you doing?" He's not able to do that because ultimately all characters are slaves of their writers, and no more so than in this case. It's a mess. There's a bit in season 2 where they sort of almost apologize for that. So there was a bit where, well, I say, so this is the thing. You think they almost do, but then all of a sudden you get smashed in the face with what they really think. So there is a scene in season 2 where some random teenagers, some youths, are stealing alcohol from a shop. And the mother of Puerto Rican Frodo, who's the daughter of the white tiger guy, the Hobbit character, the little girl, really annoying. She's shit. Nobody remembers her. Don't worry about it. Doesn't really matter. She's going to be the new white tiger. Don't even know what that means. The mother goes and says to the teenagers, if you steal, it means everyone's prices rise because of insurance. And you think, oh my God, well done. Someone finally remembered how this works. But then basically 2.3 seconds later, ICE arrives and kidnaps her. And so we're back to being, oh, okay, you almost had it right there, but then we're doing the latest thing, which is that ICE is evil.
They just can't stop. They can't stop. It's just politics ruin everything, from the plot, like you mentioned here, to Matt's character in the fiddle faddle scene. It just affects every aspect of the character that we know should be conducting himself in a different way. Like, I don't know. There's nothing. I heard episode 4 was good, but I'm assuming it's nothing.
No.
Okay.
And I don't really remember. I don't remember episode. I've seen it. I can't really tell you very much of what happens in it because we're doing it on EFAP next weekend. No, not next weekend. The next EFAP we do on it will be the next round of Daredevil episodes. So in a couple of weeks' time, I think it is. So I have seen it. I didn't think it was a cut above anything I'd already seen. It just seemed pretty much par for the course for the rest of the show. So basically forgettable. It really suffers because its A-plot almost doesn't really exist at all. It's so shallow. Nothing really happens. So it's absurd for the first 5 minutes, and you think, okay, this is going to be at least funny shit. But then it sort of just stops moving completely. The basic premise is that after season 1, Kingpin managed to establish his own country in a port in New York because nobody realized that it was a free port. So that's the thing going into the show.
What?
And he's now smuggling arms for some sinister other group through this port. But Daredevil attacks a boat with the arms on it, and people die on this boat. And the boat, they press a button to sink the boat, because this is what you do when you want your evil arms manufacturing thing to not be noticed. You sink a boat in the middle of the Hudson River and you hope that nobody notices. Obviously that doesn't work. The boat only half sinks somehow, so it's just poking out of the Hudson. And for the first 3 episodes, it's basically just every Matt Murdock scene is, we've got to find a way to get back onto the boat. We've got to find a way to get back onto the boat. Now we've got to find a way to get back onto the boat. It's like every dialogue scene he has, and there's not many of those. So it's kind of just that. Meanwhile, the evil people have to concoct a new plan to get rid of their boat, and like they have to try and hide the fact that they're smuggling arms. They do this by opening a box on the port, and like diapers fall out, and apparently this means that everybody stops asking questions. And then ultimately, to cover it up, they just blow it up in the middle of the Hudson River, because that doesn't cause any people to ask questions either. But because the whole thing is that, and then you also know as well that Daredevil already knows that all of this stuff is going to the port, so he doesn't need to go to the boat. He could just go back to the port. He knows where it is. He's already been there. He knows what's going on there. All the evidence he could possibly want is there, but the show doesn't seem to think that's the case. And so you have to sit there for 3 episodes saying, yeah, why though? Just get on with it. You don't need to go back. You don't stop going back to the boat. We don't need to go back to the boat. What are you doing? Why are you training Karen to fight in like kung fu? No, she doesn't need to
what's
do that
going
to get
on
back
with
onto
that?
the boat. Just move on. God damn it.
Why are we doing Kung Fu Karen when her character was perfectly fine? And everything you just described sounds just tedious and redundant. Like when you have the information and you're watching characters just be stupid, like that's kind of what it sounds like. And Karen, this is like another example for whether it's Peach or Bo Peep or any of these characters that were perfectly fine and they have to turn them into fucking girl bosses. Is that what's happening with her? Same thing?
Seems to be.
Yeah.
They don't really know how to write female characters who are interesting for other reasons. Much like they managed to do successfully in Netflix Daredevil, Karen's a really good character in that. She doesn't need to go around punching people. Because she's a well-drawn character and she has a point of view conflict with Matt, like faith in the system versus yes, but do we need essentially vigilantism to correct the mistakes of the system? Like,
exactly.
That would be perfect for this season. Because in the backdrop of this season, Kingpin, I still can't believe he is mayor of New York, but he is, has declared martial law, locked the city down, has his own private army that is going around beating the shit out of random civilians and kidnapping them and holding them without trial. So you think, well, this should be a really, really interesting premise, because you've got Karen, whose faith in the system and faith in law and order is being directly challenged by the fact that law and order kind of doesn't exist anymore because Kingpin has controlled the whole thing, versus Matt, who understands this and realizes that, you know, vigilantism is the only, like, you have to resist bad laws. Like, that's the only thing you can do. You could have a really good conflict with Karen trying to combat Kingpin's takeover of the judicial system, and Matt trying to explain to her that you can't win. Your faith in the system is that he could almost lose total faith in the system, and that's a really interesting premise. They don't use it for that at all. So all you've got is the absurdity of Kingpin's goons randomly, like the shop scene I mentioned earlier with like the almost apology that turns into an attack on ice. It all happens because like, so there's this robbery in progress, and then the guy who owns the shop gets really sick of it because apparently teenagers steal from him all the time. So he pulls a shotgun on them And so the mother has to try and talk him down. And well, I guess this means that teenagers are really annoying. And you could again do something interesting with that if you show that actually lots of middle America and lots of working class America kind of support strongman laws precisely because of the failures of the system that creates crime. But instead of that, ICE arrives. They kidnap the mother because she said, please don't do anything. They don't arrest the people who did the shoplifting because that would make sense. And they punch and arrest the guy who pulled the shotgun for, quote unquote, taking the law into his own hands. I guess pulling a shotgun on people who are robbing from you means you're a vigilante, which means you will get kidnapped by ICE while the people shoplifting from you don't, which is insane given that the whole point of that law was supposed to be it's popular because it stops exactly that imbalance from happening. There's no understanding of what they've set up. And then because it's absurd, then you start asking questions like, well, what's the rest of the world's response? What's the state of New York's response to the fact that Kingpin has basically turned the New York City into his own private death camp? And at one point, the governor of New York arrives and she says, yeah, see, I was fine with you kidnapping people and putting them into Auschwitz, but then I learned you might be making money off of this. And so I'm going to stop it now. And apparently she's a good character. She's a good, nice person. Fine with death camps, not so fine with making money in politics. It's incoherent. It's absurd and silly and stupid. And it's going to get a season 3. It's already been greenlit. Don't know.
How? I just don't understand. Like, you just described a bunch of fucking gibberish. Like, this sounds like the show is just completely incoherent, not paying attention to any element. And you compare that to like the pilot for the first one that has so many moving parts, and you can see the vision and how well structured it was. It just sounds like it's fallen apart completely. And every aspect of it, from like even the Karen thing, like I never liked Wesley being killed. Like that was just such a fuck up in season 1, even though everything else was pretty solid. But I liked Karen's reaction to it, and like how it was difficult for her to take a death. And now you're telling me she's just Rambo Karen, just fucking kung fuing people. It just
pretty much
that's not her character. It's ridiculous because the idea of killing Foggy off to replace him with fucking Cherry, dude that nobody cares about, and then the girl that looks like a frog. And then having Karen turn into a completely different character after abandoning Matt, and they never addressed that. They fucked it up. They fucked it up completely. I just don't even know what to say when it comes to this show. They've botched this so quickly when they didn't have to.
I don't know that anyone is watching it. So,
but there's still people defending it though.
I see. That's with season 1. That was true for about a week, and then even they stopped. No one was even bothering to criticize it, so nobody was bothering to defend it, having not watched it. So this has. I think we're just in the same phase. It's been a couple of weeks. Some people are saying, "Oh my god, isn't it great?" Because when Bullseye's on the screen, it goes blue. It's so symbolic of whatever the fuck.
Incredible.
And when Daredevil's on the screen, it goes red. Cinema. But beyond that, I'm not really seeing many people do a huge amount of legwork either way for it. No one's paying attention to it enough to bother criticizing it, and no one's paying attention to it enough to bother trying to defend it. It's just garbage, and no one cares.
It's just sad.
That's sad why it's our lead story, you guys.
Yeah.
Well, it should be something. Daredevil is a great character, like we already went over, but what they've done to him is sad to the point where nobody even cares. Like you would have never expected this back in the day, like with all the potential with this show. I thought they would have done something really special with it. They're
even doing a thing where they are trying to sort of crib from Batman. I think that's the scene in episode 4. It's either episode 3 or 4, one of the two, where no, is it 3? I think it's episode 3. It basically has a Batman scene where Kirsten, I think is her name. No one has a clue. No. Kirsten is. Oh wait, no. Who do you mean by Frog Lady? There's a couple of them.
There's Cherry and the black chick who replaced Froggy. That looks like a frog.
Yeah, that's the okay. So that's so I thought you were talking about the little girl is Frog Girl because she's also froggy.
And how many frogs have there? Okay, go ahead.
Kirsten is the lawyer character, and like so she's taken the place that Karen used to have, I guess, but she's not a character, so it's not interesting. But there is a Batman-esque scene where she is summoned to her own office, and Matt's just there posing like he's Batman, and then he has to tell her to do stuff. And then after they rescue a bunch of people from Kingpin's private prison, which turns out is really easy to do, you just unlock the cages and leave. After you do that, then they have a whole conversation about like how he's a symbol now. He's the symbol of justice, and saying, yeah, but I've seen this done pretty well in film. I've seen it done quite well with Batman. It's not working like that here. So I think you're just embarrassing yourselves at this point.
It's just a just a complete waste, man. Replacing Froggy and Karen with those two fucking nothing burgers.
But at least Kingpin
Reaper
has not yet been cucked again this season, so there is
They've
that.
left him alone. He's left him alone. No therapy sessions or anything.
He's still terrible, but no, he's nowhere near as bad as he was in season 1.
Reaper, tag in, attack this filth. What is this? What do you think of this? You've seen it.
What are we talking about?
The fucking
thing on the screen.
The corpse of Matt Murdock. Whatever's left.
Yeah, basically, it sucks ass. The whole North Star plotline is unbelievably stupid. Like, I don't know if you've talked about it, but like Kingpin has to sink this ship because guns are getting brought in, and then like it's suddenly a big problem that he sunk the ship. Like everyone, it's so retarded.
The entire platoon described is fucked.
Yeah, like I don't, but. I will say, at least the fight scenes on CGI, they're not particularly good, but at least there's that. I mean, I think that's the nicest thing I can say about it.
No CGI smoke or anything like that?
There are still, I think, some CGI pigeons. I think they're still there. But there's nothing quite as, because it got really janky in season 1. And I think part of that was because of like how late it was reshot and how much they had to add in and change. Whereas this, they've given a consistent opportunity to the people who did such terrible writing work in season 1, but at least they've given the effects team a bit more time to like sort stuff out, so they didn't have to go and do plumpy Rubberman CGI stuff on the fight scenes.
Yeah, you don't want to start your reintroduction to Daredevil with CGI fog and fucking pigeons and Matt looking like fucking plastic and the stupid jump on the roof. There were so many red flags in that fight scene. So at least they've improved upon that. That's something. And that might be why people are still defending it to some degree, right? But like you said,
maybe. I read an article, or at least I saw the headline and it seemed funny, so I read it. It's actually not that fun, but it's sort of entertaining. So I think was it CBR? Someone along those lines said, our Daredevil Born Again season 2 may have introduced Sam Wilson's replacement as Captain America. And I thought, oh, fuck, we're getting rid of him already? Yeah, that's good. I don't remember that happening, though. So what are you talking about? And it turns out their theory is that because we're bringing some of the Defenders in, and who is it? Jessica Jones? I can't remember the Defenders.
Yeah, Jessica Jones.
She has a daughter who apparently in a comics run becomes Captain America. So the article was like, oh, maybe she's going to be replacing Sam Wilson. I was like, that's fucking retarded. So it could work. It might happen. Who knows?
Are there any characters that have inherited, like, taken on the mantle that have actually worked? Like, I can't even really think of one.
Not recently, no.
Yeah,
definitely not recently.
Modern times.
Yeah, 100% not in modern times. But I'm talking like even historically, like good like examples of a well-executed transition.
I think I'm not a DC guy, but I think Green Lantern was one.
But they were more like independent ones, weren't they? Like Jon Stewart never replaced Hal Jordan.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Yeah. It was like they changed what Green Lanterns were into like a police force, so you can have multiple of them.
Oh yeah, Robin. Good call, Sketchy.
Well, no, Robin is Robin. He didn't take on the Batman mantle, did he?
Yeah, he's done that multiple times, but there are a lot of Robins.
Okay, hot take. I fucking hate Robin.
I don't think that's a hot take.
I fucking despise him. I hate his whole existence. Like Batman's like my favorite superhero. He's like my least favorite. His whole existence as a character weakens the concept of what I think Batman is. Batman is Batman, Alfred, a cave, and a bunch of bats. Like no room for fucking Robin. Just
minus the orphan. That's how he didn't need.
Don't like it.
Well, didn't everyone hate Robin so much they voted to kill Jason Todd?
Yeah,
they voted for Joker to beat him with a crowbar to death.
Don't like Robin.
Nobody likes Robin, man. Can you imagine if the Nolan trilogy actually continued with the Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Robin?
No,
that would have been terrible.
Yeah, that was weak and forced and tacked on. It felt.
It wasn't even like what's your name, Dick. It was like what's your name, Robin. It was like that's so gay.
That's actually one of the more interesting trilogies to talk about because you have one of the most underrated movies with Batman Begins, one of the most famous movies with The Dark Knight, and then one of the shittiest movies that doesn't get talked about for being a shit movie enough in The Dark Knight Rises. Like the whole trilogy is actually really interesting.
I think we've come full circle and people are defending Dark Knight Rises now.
Are we? No.
People are
no.
really.
No, I've seen
No.
articles posted. Maybe it's just haunting me.
No.
Well, no, this always happens when because it's like this prequels to the sequels. You don't realize how much better you had it with the Dark Knight Rises. Than
Perhaps
you
I
have
treated you
That's
too
true.
harshly. That type
Yeah,
of
Yeah.
until you get something like Batman v Superman, then you're like, oh fuck, Dark Knight Rises,
Yeah.
masterpiece.
Well, at least people still shit on the Transformers movies, all of them. So, but at least they can acknowledge the first trilogy is gold. It's a golden turd. There you go.
BVS has a better fight scene than anything in Dark Knight Rises.
With
They have
what?
that
Save Martha?
No, they have that one warehouse scene with Batman where it's actually.
Oh yeah, I was
yeah,
gonna
of
say the
course.
fight
Everyone-
scene between
yeah.
Batman and Superman was fucking trash. When you
Fuck
involve
no,
a toilet
Dave!
seat, like what are we doing?
You think I'm talking about the Martha meme? I'm talking about the one Batman scene where they actually got Batman down, where you kind of have to be
Why
like,
did you
"Alright."
say that name?
You ignore it's you don't even watch the movie. You just pretty much watch that scene. That's all it has to offer.
Yeah, but like even then though, it's like Batman murdering people and like he's fucking shooting people with his guns, and it's like
That
there's no
is
way
true.
he was
Big
just
Chungus
murdering
men.
people. Yeah, it just like there's no way this like Superman would tolerate this fucking psycho shooting people in the streets.
Branding people. Yeah, that's true.
Why did they have to do the branding and all the other? Yeah, what a fucking.
Because
honestly,
it's Zack
the branding-
Snyder and
yeah.
he's an edgelord, man.
As I
These
said,
two
the branding doesn't really bug me, to be honest, but it's kind of weird, man. But then you see stuff like Arkham Batman and you see Snyder's Batman. There are similarities in terms of the combat, but like when it comes to the branding stuff, I don't know. I think I could see Arkham Batman doing it, but
But he
in a
never-
live
but he-
action version, it's weird.
But the branding was weird because he shoots people and blows them up. So what's the point branding them if you're just gonna kill them?
Send the message, but everyone is in the hospital.
I think you've pointed out a pattern. Like everyone who does Batman has a different interpretation of what he should be, and there's never like one movie that gets it right. They always have like one element that the fans like, and then you gotta have to piece pieces from all of them together. And someone in the chat mentioned something that just like it's so fucking true for me. My favorite Batman fights are Batman Begins when he's actually a ninja. I like that shit. Some people don't like the flashy camera, found footage type shit.
It's
but
terrible.
I liked it a lot. Compare it to the beginning of The Dark Knight, where he's literally just in the middle of the screen throwing spinning elbows. I'm like, oh, come on, you're gonna get shot that way. Like, I would rather the fucking him a ghost, even though it's a little fucking unrealistic in terms of him having that ability. I'd rather that than him just being literally in the middle of the screen in a way where you're gonna get jumped. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it's depends on which version of Batman you prefer.
It's weird though, because Michael Keaton's Batman killed people, but it doesn't seem to be as egregious. I think it's because it's like a stylized kind of piece of the comics brought to the films. Whereas Zack Snyder's one, it feels really like childish. Like when you have the Superman fight and he's flying people through fucking like in the middle of town, like blowing people up. Like there's a scene where he throws like a gas tank at Superman.
Oh yeah,
And Superman doesn't even bother to fucking stop it. He jumps. He just he tries to look cool as the building behind him full of people blows up.
He just floats over.
Yes,
the,
he's a gamer.
the
He's
thing
actually
exploding, yeah.
he's definitely a gamer. That's cool in a game. We can have your aura farm moment. You don't even need to use my block, bro. But you're fucking Superman. People can be getting they fucked that up so bad.
It's weird, but TASM 2 has been getting this type of criticism recently for like the past week and a half on my Instagram. I've legit been seeing people breaking down the TASM fight scenes, and they're like, dude, in this opening chase, he lets like 45 people fucking die when the truck rams through the street with Rhino driving it. And I was like, all right, well, I guess there's some shit that you just kind of overlooked before.
In my mind, he's willing to fucking put you in the hospital for months, but he doesn't want to kill you. So it's just, he's not going to straight up like murder someone, but he'll like, there's plenty of scenes. where
He'll fucking
What
What
would
life
Batman have
support,
done
that's
to
what
that
he'll do.
fucking fiddle faddle guy is what I want to know.
Oh, Batman would have broke his fucking nose. Batman wouldn't have took his bullshit. That's what
No.
I'm saying. I want to put the fiddle faddle dude in the room with 50 other well-written superheroes, and it all would have played differently. But this nerfed, watered-down, pussy-ass version of Matt had nothing to say, even though he has like the fucking entire career to shut that dude down, and all the knowledge to fucking do it, and he just it's frustrating to watch.
Platoon, I haven't seen episode 4. Do we ever get an explanation why Bullseye helped Daredevil yet?
Oh, well, yes and no. Yes, in that they try, and no, in that they don't succeed. He's basically semi-insane, I think. I barely remember episode 4. I need to rewatch it. From what I do
so
recall,
stupid.
he's kind of mad, and he thinks that by helping and doing a good deed, he can like reclaim his mind. And so
What?
he's like chaotic good now. Like he's evil, but he is not doing it to be evil. He's doing it
that's
because
lame.
yeah.
That's
always
Yep.
lame. They never pull that arc off for like the nerfed bad guy. Like you either go full in or like
Well,
full redemption. You can't go halfway. Like they usually
he's
don't pull
not
it off like,
nerfed in the sense that he's still his thing is he thinks say if he can kill Kingpin, then like he's redeemed, and Matt doesn't want him to kill Kingpin for some reason. So that's going to be like their conflict is like how I think thematically what they're going for is the balance between like the system is broken, but if you take the system being broken as an excuse to pursue your own personal sense of quest of justice, then it's just as bad in its own way, because insane people like Bullseye will just go around killing people. I don't think they've got the writing talent to make that make sense, but I think that's what they're trying to do.
Clearly not. Like the 3 episodes have gone by and fuck all has happened.
Yep.
I mean, the character work is. They're still having scenes with Matt Murdock's stupid psychiatrist girlfriend. Who gives a fuck?
She is quite possibly the evilest character in the entire show.
Yeah,
like she's actually evil. So her shtick in the first season is that obviously she was Matt's girlfriend for a bit. She's a psychiatrist, but because she's a psychiatrist and there's only one of those in all of New York, as luck would have it, she is the one who is the therapist who presides over the cucking of Kingpin. So because, and then even though now she knows like his deepest, darkest, most vulnerable secret that's already caused him to murder at least one person, he then decides, no, I'm going to hire you as opposed to I'm going to kill you so my secret goes to the grave. So now she works for him. And then because they've used this anti-vigilante law, they've locked up the swordsman. Remember the swordsman? No. Oh well. They locked him up, and she's doing like his psych evaluation thing, in this private prison that nobody knows like the location of, and he's giving completely fair and logical answers when she's asking him and defending himself, basically saying, "Well, the law says this," and she's just jotting down absurd lies on which this trial is going to be based. Like, so she says, like, do you ever fantasize about being this? And he says, no. Also, you shouldn't be doing this because you're compromised. And she says, like, notes down, like, rejects authority, delusional. I thought, and I said this on EFAP, I thought that this was supposed to tell us that she is kind of all in on Kingpin. She's working for him and she's just cooking the books in order to get this trial through more quickly. She's not. She's just evil for no reason. She's lying for no reason, because it's later in the show when someone gets in touch with her and says, hey, you could make this even worse if you wanted to. And she does that. So like she's already done gross malpractice for no reason. And then she's offered the chance to do it for a reason. So she doubles down on it. She's horrible. And her reasoning is she hates vigilantes because Muse, who was not a vigilante, tried to kill her, and Daredevil, who was a vigilante, saved her, but then she insists that she saved herself, and there's no difference between Daredevil and Muse. Like an actual person who has already been known to have saved the city from the same corrupt mayor they currently have, versus a guy whose entire shtick, for some reason, is being extremely edgy and making art out of people's blood. There's no difference between those two characters.
Yeah, it's just fucking awful. Like, again, I thought she was working for Kingpin, but I guess not. I guess she's just poorly written.
So this is Matt's girlfriend that they just invented, and they gave her so much power over Kingpin and Matt. They just handed her to this, like, that's, not surprised.
She keeps having hallucinations of Muse everywhere. I don't know what that's about. Maybe she's traumatized, but she doesn't really act like her. And the Vanessa and her have the kind of same arc where she keeps having vivid dreams of Bullseye coming to kill her and Kingpin.
Yeah.
So I think they're setting up Vanessa's going to be the one to kill Bullseye, which if it happens,
well,
would be
maybe.
awful.
I mean, something happens in episode 4 that may change that.
Oh,
but
God,
we don't know
team up again.
We don't know if she survives it. So episode 4, I again barely remember it, and I only saw it a few days ago. But from what I do remember, there's this thing. So Kingpin is doing the mayor of New York is doing a charity boxing match, as you do. even though he knows that a guy who can kill anyone at any range with any object is coming to try and kill him, he thinks, "No, fuck, I'm just going to go over this boxing match." And then Vanessa shows up to it. And then Bullseye, lo and behold, does show up to it, and there's a fight. And then she gets like a shard of glass embedded in her brain, and she seems to be dead. So it depends on whether or not they decide, nah, she's not dead, she survived, she didn't have a brain to damage. Or if she did die, then yeah, she's fucked. So either she'll survive, and then you might be right, and she'll be the one to go Bullseye, or she's dead, and this will be the thing that makes Kingpin go evil again.
But he's already like retardedly evil. He's just it doesn't make any sense.
But
like,
they were having, don't you remember the conversations they were having about a life outside of crime? It's like,
but
this is the two characters who spent all of season one. It's like the whole point of Vanessa in particular is like she is as deep into this as he is. Like she has no want to get out. Like when he was gone, being cucked before he was cucked, before she cucked him, she took over his business empire and did, as the show pointed out, a better job of it than he did.
Oh,
she was really keen on this. But then around about episode 4, I think because they know they're going to do something like kill her or severely wound her, they have this pointless conversation where she's like, oh, I think we need to have a life outside of New York and crime. And he says, yes, I think we should. And she says, do you think we can manage that? And it's like, where did that come from? I think you're only doing this because it's supposed to make us sad and and feel tragic when she gets a shot of glass in the head.
And we've already established that Kingpin will never leave the city. That was like the whole point. He's always going to be here committing crime. And now it's let's just leave suddenly.
No, the city was very important to him. That was a part of his character that I liked in season 1. And him and Vanessa were fantastic in the first season. I don't know why they've turned her into this.
It's interesting to see the comparisons that you guys are giving me because I literally just started the original Netflix Daredevil show, and I was telling this to Brooks like a week or 2 ago, and I'm only about I think 4 or 5 episodes in. I'm just after the Kingpin actual reveal from the first 3 episodes, and it's like
it's fucking
the amount of intrigue they managed to elicit during those first 3 episodes just by not naming Kingpin, even though I knew it was him. It's really good. And the payoff that they do when you actually finally see him and he just basically smashes their heads, dude, with the car door, and you're like, oh, okay, I understand why these guys fear him, even though he just seems like your regular mob boss, you know?
They flanderized that scene. That's all Kingpin is now. He just yells and he kills people. When what you just described is there was a good build up to that scene, and it was actually like a worthy payoff. He lived up to the reputation that they built. And they do the same thing in season 2, because I remember watching season 1 to get to season 2 because I wanted to see Punisher. And the Punisher reveal was still almost a twist for me because I'm like, oh shit, they set it up so well, because you think it's a group of people and then you find out it's just one, and it cuts to Bernthal's head. It's such good writing. And it's literally falls apart to the point where Matt's barely in the show and Kingpin's a cuck. Vanessa's a boss lady.
It's just such a stark contrast. There's almost no point doing the scene comparison. But like the thing you're talking about, even though you know it's Kingpin in the back of your mind, the fact they refuse to name him is telling you like his station in the world and how everybody else in the world reacts to him in season 1, like in the original season 1. That's really good. It tells you that he's someone to be feared, and it shows you that he is someone to be feared, and eventually it shows him being feared. But like all of that build up and set up to get this character you already know is coming, but then it matters more because they put the work in to establish who and what he is. And all the way through seasons 2 and 3 as well, when he infiltrates the FBI and becomes even more powerful and dangerous despite having been nominally taken off the board. That is all great stuff. Then you get to Born Again season 1, and he's sitting there on a sofa, as Vanessa says, oh, he had such masterful hands.
It's so fucking stupid.
And then they double down on it, because the Kingpin should never be on a therapist couch anyway, certainly not being revealed to have been cucked by Vanessa. But then he keeps the guy whose hands were so good locked in a prison because he just can't get over it. And then you get to the part later in that season where he shows Vanessa that Adam, I think his name is, that here he is, he's in prison. And he's just whining about how he was cucked, which he should never do. It's like, I just couldn't stand to think about his hands. Like, what? What are you doing with this character?
Jesus.
He's one of the characters you never do that particular arc with. It just doesn't work. There's no way to come back from that, and it just ruins its mystique. But it just seems intentional, you know? They could have done this with so many other people, but they want to completely just like demasculate.
Oh, they want the character that everyone knows, man. Yeah. That's the thing too. It's like they don't really have any other character that people would care about to do this too. So
He's gonna make the biggest impact if you do it with him.
yeah.
But it's just a shame. Like Vincent D'Onofrio plays him so well. There's so much potential, and the fact that he's invested in the character as well, just like Charlie Cox. That's when it gets more frustrating. When you have really good casting, but they also know what should be done with the character, and they know that they're aware of how much is being wasted as well as we are. It's a special kind of frustrating.
Yep. Damn.
Yeah.
Well,
That sucks ass. Oh god. I hope Kingpin gets like beaten, like Jake Paul gets his like jaw fractured in the boxing match.
dude, you see, they'll probably do some multiverse shit and bring in an AI version of Michael Clark Duncan or some shit like that in the next next Avengers movie.
Got that problem of like, so this is so the reason that the federal government or even the state government doesn't get involved to stop his quite blatantly unconstitutional plans is that there is a scene where the attorney general shows up to tell Kingpin off, and then he gets a phone call, and then he immediately says, "Okay, carry on doing what you're doing." And it said that the phone call comes from DeFontaine, who is the head of the CIA from Thunderbolts. Except that in Thunderbolts, obviously she's now technically owned by the new Avengers because they unveiled her evil schemes and now they have power and leverage over her. So either this is set way before then when she's still got power and authority and she's still manipulating stuff, or it's not, in which case it really doesn't work. But then you've also got the additional problem of like, well, hang on a minute, didn't everyone here just get blipped by the depression monster 6 months ago? What happened to that? What happened to Spider-Man? Like, does Spider-Man have anything to say about the fact that Kingpin has turned New York into Auschwitz? I mean, it seems like the kind of thing he'd have an opinion about, but I guess he doesn't.
Yeah, they should never tie it to the movies again because everyone was mind raped by Void. Everyone was so like it doesn't make any. It has to be before it, but then if it's before it, it doesn't even make any sense. Then like the whole thing's completely fucked. Like Daredevil should just be separate as it possibly can be, and the whole Freeport doesn't make any sense.
No,
because they're trying to smuggle guns into the Freeport, but when Daredevil finds the guns, he's like, "We need to sink this ship because if they find out we have guns going to a Freeport, which is totally legal, then I don't know what will happen. He'll get in trouble somehow."
And it's like counterproductive as well because the reason Kingpin's pissed off and has to do something about it is because in sinking the ship where they sank it, it blocks his entire port so nothing else can get in. So that seemed like a stupid thing to do. They've tried to like change the Freeport thing because season 1 introduced it and it badly misunderstood what the fuck a Freeport is. Season 1, I'm pretty sure, called it unincorporated territory. In other words, it's a bit of land, a whole place that is not under the jurisdiction of the United States of America. And then at some point between seasons, they realized that made no fucking sense. So now they've changed it. So it's more like what a Freeport is. But this means the stakes of this season are that the governor of New York State might try and revoke the Freeport license, which then defeats the object of setting it up in the first place, because the reason they set up in the first place was that couldn't happen. So they haven't bothered thinking through this.
And then what's the stupid thing of he needs to get the guns off the ship, so he gets all union workers to work on it to help boost his profile. He's creating jobs in the city.
Oh no, that's not the reason. So like the reason they get those workers to do it, it's not him who does it. It's the guy who works for whatever the big evil sinister people who are above Kingpin now. Whatever, I can't remember his name or what their name is. He gets in a bunch of random like East European sailors because he can safely then kill them because nobody asks questions if you kill people, and that's how they plan to keep it undercover. Blow it up and then lie about the murders, and then it's fine.
It's blown up twice. It sinks into the fucking harbor in the first attempt, and then while all the workers are on it, he blows it up again.
Yeah.
It gets blown up twice, and tons of people die. And then it's like, oh well, like as you said, like isn't the governor like, hang on, you've got to get rid of that fucking boat. It's going to cause a lot of problems. He goes, okay, I'll just kill fucking hundreds of people.
No, she doesn't mind that. What she doesn't like is that he has people who are connected to him making money out of it. That's the thing that makes her think this is wrong. Not all the deaths and the murder and the mass imprisonment without trial and the breaking of the Constitution. It's the fact that Kingpin technically owns the Freeport, and even though he's put it in a trust, people who are related to him profit off of that, and that's evil.
That doesn't make it. That's the stupidest thing I've heard.
Yeah.
It's like there's a giant fucking ship blocking the harbor. You'd think that would be like an economic disaster. And then the hundreds of people who've just been blown up in the ship again. And it's like fucking, what's that? It's like Bernie Sanders, something going, oh, we're going to have to go with these billionaires at least. What the fuck is this show? This show doesn't have a point. It's nonsense. And the plot, it's so fucking slow.
You know, it's weird, man. Like on the discussion of Daredevil should be like being separate in the MCU. It's kind of weird because I don't know about you guys, but it's very hard for me to envision Daredevil in an Avengers movies, you know, especially the third act of an Avengers movies more specifically, where it's everyone just running towards, you know, a bunch of CGI creatures and shit like that. I can, like, you know, the third act is always that shit with a blue beam, you know? So it's weird, like, I can see him doing side missions like we saw in Infinity War in an Avengers movie, but it's very hard for me to just picture Matt Murdock in this suit, in this iteration that I'm knowing him from the Netflix version. Like, it's very hard for me to just have him be put in this massive world and massive context.
Yeah, the street level villains
like he got like armor from Tony Stark, like nanosuit tech or something
that ruins Daredevil.
Well, yeah, it does, and that's why I don't think he should not be anywhere near the Avengers level stuff. That was always the appeal of Daredevil, was that it was underneath all of that. And the Netflix show did a good job of, like, it made references to events that were happening in Avengers at the time, but only like one-off occasional references that didn't impact the plot. The bigger the stakes that Daredevil as a show gets, though, the more the lack of involvement from anybody above him gets more notable. Like, they should all have an interest, and they should all be here trying to stop Kingpin doing what he's doing to New York, and they're just not, because they haven't thought about it. And the person who actually gets the movie team up that Daredevil probably should have got is the Punisher, because he's going to be in Spider-Man doing street level stuff, which is what Daredevil should be doing. And the reason he's able to do that is because at the end of Born Again Season 1, he broke out of the prison where all of the people are being held without trial, rescued nobody, and fucked off.
I forgot about that. Why is he... Yeah. Oh my God, I forgot about that. He was held in the exact same place as the swordsman. And then Daredevil breaks in, you just see him there, and he don't even mention it. Did he mention that the Punisher just, hey, this fucking dickhead just left us? He got up and left.
There's one conversation, I think, when Karen says that he's just doing what he does somewhere, and that's about as much as you get. Oh, he's just around.
He's just an asshole.
Yeah, he left. Then they show how easy it is to break everybody out of these places, and he was in the same place, and he just left and has not come back.
That's just wow! Oh my God, it gets worse every episode. But the problem is, it's like, isn't the Punisher getting his own special where he's like, mentally ill or something? He's like hallucinating.
I think that's what it's called. I think it's gonna be like a 1 hour special, like that wolf. What was it? Werewolf by Night, I think it was called.
But he's getting. It's called One Last Kill, which it won't be because he's in Spider-Man. So it's clearly not like his swan song, but like
maybe it's the swan song for the Marvel version of Punisher, because John Burntham, I think, is the one that's writing and producing. So I think that he's gonna try and, I don't know, do his best to give it like the Logan treatment for his character, and then the Punisher from the MCU will be someone like kind of the same but a bit different, you know, MCU-ified, I guess.
That's gonna be weird. So we're gonna kill this Punisher and then have his identical copy who behaves, looks, and acts the same in Spider-Man, but it's not him.
Yeah, man, they've literally got nothing to lose at this point. Like, you know, I can see this being a real discussion happening.
That sounds fucking awful.
But what they have to lose is people's investment, because we've been waiting for years for them to do something proper with these characters, and this just doesn't seem like it's it.
Well, maybe that's what they gave John Burton, you know, writing credit. Maybe it was to you know, to draw people in, knowing that like he knows the character, so he's involved in the script. So like at least it may be better than what we've been putting up. You know,
a bit early to say that, we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Oh God,
I would like to think he understands his character, but it's still nothing to praise until we actually see the final results.
Oh yeah, 100%. I do like the fact that they've already kept it nice and bloody because it's straight to streaming. So that's nice. They aren't really stopped by the PG-13 rating, which is one thing I really appreciate about streaming, is that you don't really have to abide by the MPAA as strictly as when you want a theatrical release. So that's pretty cool.
And then he's in Spider-Man where he can't even swear.
Yeah. That'll be the very, very weird juxtaposition.
Yeah, no idea how that's gonna work.
God,
and they have the setup in No Way Home, or whichever one it was, with Daredevil and Spider-Man. They had a really great scene together. Why not just use Matt? It's such a strange, like, forced position to try to make Punisher and Spider-Man work.
So the boys.
Boo. Boo.
Did you guys actually watch season 5? I haven't watched season 5 yet, man.
I think I caught the first episode a bit, and that's about, and I remember the giant cum creature, and that's pretty much the only thing. And it's a guy who whips people with his penis, because obviously
that sounds like
they've told that joke like 100 times now. He was in like Hero Gasm. He's every season's the same fucking joke.
I gave up in season 2, and there was a dude getting strangled with a penis. Like, that's all they got.
Oh
big
yeah,
jokes
that big dude.
It's like, it's funny for 2 seconds, man. And it sucks because season 1 has some fantastic jokes. I will forever reference the hospital scene with A-Train and the cancer kid. Like, that's fucking brilliant. Like, that's such a fucking good joke. But then they just fell off and became like a embarrassing version of themselves.
Well, has anyone seen like season 4 and all that all the way up? Is everyone like up to date with it, or?
Yes-ish. Yeah. I've had all of it on. I'm struggling to like, yeah. I just tune out.
Yeah, I've seen all 4 seasons. When that's the only reason why I'm watching season 5 is because I just want to complete it because I know it's the last one. But it's like I can't even remember what happened in season 4, like at all. Gun to my head.
That's brutal.
Like, it's so retarded. Like season 4 ends with everyone but Starlight getting captured, but then cuts to season 5 and Kimiko's like, they go to her. What happened? Oh, they just deported me. He went, what? They just deported you?
They got bored of her killing their guards, so they deported her to Manila, and then she learned how to speak off screen and came
with
back.
An American accent. She developed an entire horrible, like, fucking Gen Z type of talking style.
Yep.
She's like, oh my God. It's like
she's
Japanese.
Such a bad actress when she can speak. She was quite good when she couldn't speak, but she's so terrible now that she can.
She's awful, fucking awful. And then, like, the whole prison break scene is fucking retarded. Like, they go, right, we need some worm guy to, like, break them out of prison. So what's he going to do? He's going to dig from outside the tunnel incredibly loudly. He's going to dig from outside the compound all the way in. And I thought he would dig underneath one of, like, the cabins everyone's held in. But no, he digs right underneath to this very center of the fucking courtyard where everyone can see them. And then Billy Butcher has to punch his way through the fucking ground, which everyone will be able to hear. And luckily, there's only Homelander and one guy with a gun. They didn't even lock the front door. Everyone just opens the front door and runs out.
Jesus Christ, man.
That sounds fucking atrocious.
Bad. I mean, to me, the boy should have ended when Butcher got his powers, and then they were on the 1v1 fight with the Homelander. And it's like, yeah, just end the show here. You know, like I think it was season 3, maybe.
I can't even believe that's the discussion. Butcher and them, they shouldn't fucking have powers. Them being normal humans is what actually made the scenes in season 1 compelling. Like the whole translucence thing, trying to figure out a way, how do we defeat a superhero just regular people? Oh shit, it's Homelander. If he sees us, we're fucked. That actually made those scenes intense. If you just give them powers, it ruins everything. It's such a basic flaw.
Huh? Every character regresses every season. Like in like season 1, when he kills Madeline Stallwell, he goes like, right, now I'm not going to take shit anymore. And then season 2, he goes back to being a loser. And then like in season 4, like he goes back, he's deeply concerned what people think of him. So he goes and kills all the scientists who experimented on children. And he basically went, now I don't care about people liking me. Season 5 happens. Oh, I want people to like me again. The characters never move on. They repeat the same fucking arc every season. Like the same thing with Billy Butcher is, we can't trust him. Okay, I guess we trust him. Oh no, we shouldn't have trusted him. And then it just repeats every season.
They're still doing that. I can't believe you're telling me right now.
Like in season 4, we can't trust Butcher. And then like he fucking kills that Victoria Newman. And then which is like, oh, he's gone off the deep end. He's completely irredeemable. Season 5, he's back together again. They don't care. It's just nothing changes all season.
Man, the only
It-
person
it
I
all-
really enjoy is A-Train, man. Like
it-
A-Train is the only consistently good and like entertaining person to watch. The Deep as well, and like I don't really give a fuck about anyone else.
Do you remember Victoria Newman from season 1? The lady who's represented for Vought? The blonde chick. She was
Oh
like the
yeah,
corporate
yeah,
lady.
yeah.
As soon as that bitch died, the show fell apart because she actually
Yeah.
made Vought feel like a real organization. Like, remember, Vought was a legit organization that was believable. And then in season 2, it gets infiltrated by fucking Huey Campbell, and like no one could do anything. It's so ridiculous. I remember they had Homelander. He was able to overhear a conversation on like the other side of the building through someone on a phone because that's how incredible his powers are. But then a few episodes later, he can't hear Huey yelling out in a sewer when they're all in the sewer. They just turn their powers on and off, and just every fucking character got shredded. I can't believe it's gone this long. Like there's still a fan base for it.
This is awful. Like, so Homelander controls the government, but the CIA, FBI, NSA, DEA, all the fucking agencies can't find Billy Butcher, who's walking around without a mask on. He's just wandering around, and then he goes, right, we need the for some reason, need Soldier Boy to find him because he's the best tracker we have. There's another reason, like he wants to see if the virus can kill him. Homelander wants to see because if it can kill Soldier Boy, it'd probably kill him. But like, no, none of the fucking like it doesn't feel like he controls the government. It feels like it's 7 people. He still feels like he's like it's just the 7 versus the boys.
Yeah, they dragged the president in for a couple of scenes in order for Homelander to say he works for me. And so you're supposed to think, oh shit, isn't he so terrible and powerful? But that's not really how the show works. I mean, I guess it kind of explains how he can have his own concentration camps. But other's,
Well,
the stakes don't
Are they
tend to
concentration
expand.
camps? They have burgers. They have the well fed. They have burgers, hot dogs. They have fresh clothes, and they call them freedom camps. So they're not really that bad. Occasionally, some guy with a giant dick hits you, but that's basically it. I mean, you just like it's so fucking stupid.
And people are still allowed to protest outside of courtrooms and stuff. That's the other thing that keeps the world. As much power as he's supposed to have, it doesn't translate. Like people are still free to protest in the streets, and he gets really annoyed at them again, and then they protest and he gets annoyed at them again. It doesn't track really, and this has been the way for several seasons at this point. It was always going to be difficult once you get rid of the person in charge of it. Then they replace it with Gus Fring, and you think, okay, well they still got the same dynamic there, but he's fucking useless. Then he gets defeated, and then he comes back in an episode, I think, with like superpowered farm animals for some reason, and then he's gone again.
God. Fucking well, it's what's really annoying is that I can't stand like the people who defend this show because all they just have like the same 3 critique. Like you go, well, this is a problem, there's the poor writing, the terrible character work, everything. They just go, huh, you just must be a MAGA chud. Or they say, oh, someone's aware that the show is making fun of them. That's all they just say the same fucking thing. It's like, the Superman film came out and he just kept reposting that monkey meme. It's like they're almost programmed. Like they can't take any critique of the show. And then not just that, what really pissed me off is that the show is supposed to be satire about America. And yet the one thing it never mentions is the certain country in the Middle East. Not once does it even talk about it.
I guess, but then there's not really a plot line that would intersect with. I mean, it's
my point is,
if you were trying to parody, I'm surprised they haven't done it. Only insofar as they didn't try to parody, like rabid anti-Semitism on the right or something like that. They hit most other bases. I can't remember. Did they? When did they do that?
In season 4, basically, when they meet Firecracker, they bump into like a bar mitzvah, and he purposely have her say like, "Oh, this is the part of a Zionist cabal," and they're really trying to differentiate Zionism from MAGA. So
yeah, I mean, they're trying to parody MAGA in the sense that like the whole thing is they're making a big deal about podcasts and online right influences, and so they are parodying what they have heard. Because I'm pretty sure Mr. Kripke spends far too much time online, and so like he's doing parody versions of Candace Owens or Tucker Carlson, and to the extent those people are fucking retarded idiot goon creatures anyway, I suppose the parodies are kind of believable. But it's also, this is why it's making fun of people like you chuds, doesn't really work. It's because most normal people also understand that Candace Owens is a fucking retarded lunatic moron grifter cow creature. So It's not really a cutting edge satire. It's just like, oh, this is the most safe target that anyone can go for. It's not really therefore representative of anything except online culture war bullshit. It doesn't have anything else to say beyond isn't that bad.
I mean, there's a bunch more examples, like they have Kimiko who's trafficked go up to the this guy who's talking about like elites taking children to like a certain place, and she goes, "This isn't real. This is a fairy tale." And I'm like, oh, that was after we all know about Epstein as well. It was quite a bit after, and then they have like it's you see this from season 1. Like, what was the Weinstein connection? They did the Deep instead.
Mm-hmm.
See, instead of having that guy, you had a straight white guy do it. There's quite a bit, like I've looked through it, there's quite a bit of scenes where they massively downplay it. But another thing I hate is the safe edginess, where they go, we're so extreme, a guy will get ripped in half while we scream fuck. Yet you had a literal Nazi in Stormfront, and she wouldn't even say the N-word to A-Train.
Black piece of shit, or he'd call them, "Oh, you yellow bastard." I remember even on first watch, like, really? Really? That's not how racist people speak. It's just like the most like, oh my god, they could
literal Nazi.
She's an actual Nazi. Yeah.
That was their one opportunity to really show their hand, and they just could not commit whatsoever with their scenes. It was such a pussified version of a Nazi character.
Yeah, like I was saying, a 1940s Nazi, a literal like back in time Nazi. But we saw this with Peacemaker as well. Like James Gunn does the same thing, where you have on Nazi planet, he just goes, "Oh, black," and then chasing them through the street like fucking zombies.
It's these caricatures, just caricatures of racists and like Nazis and whatnot. It's like, why not have the balls to actually portray them so we can see how this could be a problem, you know? But you just make it so people want to roll their eyes.
Well, it's safe. I can't stand these people because I get it. It's the same thing of they're massively over reliant on gore, swearing, and nudity. Like Game of Thrones started the sex position, but at least the actual explanations were great. The dialogue, the character interactions. Like, you could have took the sex out of it and still be good. This one has nothing like that. It's entirely reliant on seeing tits and dicks and gore. You take that out, the show has nothing.
The sex had a purpose. Even Daenerys' most iconic sex scene, her getting drilled by Drogo, was to show like the difference in her life. It wasn't just for like, it wasn't a sex scene. None of the sex scenes in Game of Thrones were like, oh, it's like some fucking gooner fuel for perverts out there. It was, there's usually a purpose behind it. But with the boys, it's just dicks and ass and tits for whatever reason, you know? There's no meaning behind it. There's no substance. There's nothing.
Season 1 did a reason. I don't think season 1 is brilliant, but I think season 1's good and enjoyable enough, and it's because it was way better. It understood what it was parodying. That definitely helped, but it also understood that it wasn't just a parody show. It was actually a show that used parody for humor, but was telling its own kind of story. It had its own distinctly drawn characters. It had its own themes. It was kind of interested in the world that it built. It was interested in the characters that it built. They all had their motives. The motives clashed. Tragic origins in some cases. How do people with no power rise up against the all-powerful, and at what cost to themselves can they risk becoming the thing that they claim that they hate? Like, all of that is not exceptionally done, but it's all there, and it all makes it kind of entertaining, and there's lots of different moving pieces, and it parodies that sort of corporate woke culture quite well, just as it parodies corporate non-woke and like anti-woke culture pretty well back in the season 1 days. But like, I don't think the story has really existed in the show since season 1. It becomes so concerned with being current day relevant and parodying everything it sees in the current day from a really detached, like, terminally online perspective as well, that like you lose most of that stuff. I gave a shit about Huey and Starlight in season 1. I do not shit about Huey and whatever that plastic mannequin creature is in season 5.
She's ugly. The drop-off point legit was season 2. Anyone who didn't notice it there, you're just not paying attention to the show. It was complete nonsense, and it was just flanderization from the very beginning. And raise your hand if you remember Robin. Anybody?
I only remember.
Wait.
I only remember because this episode.
But see, that's what I mean. Without this episode, would you have remembered her?
No.
Anyone else remember Robin?
No. Well, the thing is, I only remember her because it was so forced, the scene, because we're trying to like, you know what, A-Train almost runs to that woman and moves out the way and crashes in. Like that's supposed to parody is like Robin. Oh, he's changed. He doesn't accidentally run into women now.
Robin was the hero he killed in season 1. Yes, that was
I
Huey's
knew
core
the character.
motivation.
I just didn't remember what her name was.
She's so boring.
Huey's core motivation in season 1 was avenging Robin and taking down his company and pushing back for the little guy. Where's all that? If I bet Robin hasn't been mentioned in seasons. Shit like that just pisses me off, man. You can't do that.
Like it wasn't like, and so forced as well. Go, we'll have a woman who looks basically just like Robin just wander out into the street at 10 o'clock at night underneath martial law, because this totalitarian state we live in, people are just going about their day like it's nothing. And like it's like this dark street in the middle of nowhere. And like A-Train tries to move out the way and saves it, and in the result gets caught because it's supposed to show that he's now grown heroic, but there's no setup. It wasn't earned. He just now goes, oh, I guess I'm a good person now. He's never cared about anyone but his family. He's never gave a fuck. But then they want to see like his death as heroic. It doesn't. They just did. It didn't earn the moment, and it sucks. Plus, Homelander's fucking stupid. How many times did Homelander can kill everyone and he doesn't? Like Starlight blinds him, and he's like, oh, he's trapped in the fucking cabin for like 10 minutes. And then
that's the issue. Like you can't really stretch something like this into 5 seasons. It's something that has to go max 1 season, maybe 2, and that's pretty much it. And like you have to just say, listen, even if this has become a global phenomenon, we have to end the story. Because nothing can make sense, and then it just becomes this comedic bullshit like what we have now with season 5 and season 4 and season 3.
I think you could have. There's enough material and there's enough in the world to set up that you could have made a multi-season show out of this if you were actually interested in the story you were telling. But they from season 2 onwards, they clearly weren't interested in that. They didn't think the thing that people liked about this was the characters, was the story, and they didn't really like that themselves. It was just a platform at that point for them to be. I mean, Safe Edgy's come up incorrectly in chat in the context of South Park, but Safe Edgy does definitely apply to this show because it just goes after. This is what going after safe targets actually does look like. And it's lame and boring.
I saw an IGN review that said it spoke truth to power, and I was like, "Are you fucking for real?" They work for Amazon, a multi-billion-dollar company that treats its workers like slaves. It is the power that, and I went. It's this weird thing of like, specifically like a lot of Gen Xers, not all of them, where they still think themselves like the outside rebels. That's why, and then you see it in the media, like you see the Star Wars sequels. It's a bunch of middle-aged heroes calling themselves the Resistance when they're the government. It is that type of thing of these people have the money, they have the power, they have influence, they're in charge of like everything, and they still want to see like, oh, we're fighting the fascists. Fucking, you are the fascist, you weirdo. You're the ones making dog shit propaganda, and then you still. I think that's what I hate more. It's the hypocrisy, and the show is full of it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awful. It's just fucking. It's not even fun.
No.
I when the more it shows me like fucking gore and stuff, the more I just go, this is such a crutch. And I think what pisses me off is they have moments where they can write a decent scene, and it's usually with Homelander. Like when he goes back and he's talking about his family and how his family never existed. He was actually tortured as a child. I mean, so you can write interesting character moments. You just choose not to.
His backstory could have been something they really leaned into. He could have been so much more interesting, but he just became meme man.
I think they're terrified of that, though. They hate that Homelander became so popular for such a long time. And I think that was always a little bit overstated, but like they don't want. They did a tiny bit with his backstory, from what I remember. It is season 5 when he goes back and kills the scientist, right? So it's like, season 4. Shit, they're blurring together. They do a tiny little bit, but it's not like Rick says that you could do so much more with that. They don't really do that. It's there to give them a basic explanation as to why he's like this, but they can't give him anything they think is sympathetic because they already think that he's too popular and that fans like him too much. And it's a bit like Joker 2 situation where they quite clearly hated the audience they
overcorrection. It's such a strange, like, don't we have examples from the 90s of this exact same scenario, but they leaned into it? Like, I didn't watch Buffy, but wasn't Spike supposed to be one of the, like, a situation like that where he was supposed to be brought in just briefly, but everyone loved him so much he became like a main character? Like there's so many
Josh
examples
Whedon
that
hates them. Yeah.
Jesse Pinkman was supposed to die in season 1 of Breaking Bad, but they loved this performance. So I'm pretty sure that's how it went. And then they ended up being one of the main characters. Like I can't even picture that show working without him. So you can work around this. I don't understand how you get offended by something you created being popular.
Well, it's because it's a cognitive dissonance thing. So they have Homelander like laser a bunch of peaceful protesters because they want to tell, why do you like this man? He's evil. And then so for some reason they don't understand when people watch Homelander laser a bunch of idiot left-wing protesters, Homelander becomes more popular in the real world. And so it's like, why do you keep doing this? We keep trying to tell you he's evil and you still like him. It's because everyone understands what you're doing. It's counter memeing. You are that insufferable that lots of people would probably cheer if you, creators of this show, were lasered in the face. That's what you've done.
Have you what do you remember Sister Sage, the worst character probably ever written, where she's like super smart and like her plan is to just, it's like Bran. She just looks her way into having just a perfect ending play out for her. And most of her plan relies on just chance and circumstance and knowing stuff she couldn't possibly know. And like this season, it's going to be the same thing. Like she's acting retarded right now because probably at the end, she's going to go, aha, I meant to be retarded so that my plan would work. You can just see it.
That's exactly it. Yeah, it's true. Every single time she has a plan, that's exactly how it goes. It's so fucking annoying. It's the fucking Reed Richards MCU treatment. It's like, yeah,
Thrawn. I was about to say Thrawn, the king of Cope. Anytime we're talking about Cope, you gotta talk about Thrawn, man. He's
man,
the representative at this point.
Bad. So bad. It's so dumb too. And it's like, what's the investment that people actually have? I'd actually genuinely be interested in seeing the numbers of like the viewership that they have in season 5 compared to season 1. I'm sure they peaked around season 3, that's for sure. But then season 4, I think, dipped off halfway through. And I'm really curious to see how many people would come back for 5.
Like these people love it. Like these people show up and defend the show. Like I saw like the Mighty Keith make like a comment and he was going like, this Homelander was never based on Trump. You just see Trump in him. And I'm like, are you fucking stupid? There's literal tweets of fucking Eric Kripke saying that he's based on Trump. Like these people don't care. You can throw every critique at the show and they just don't care. They just call you a Trump MAGA should, and then
to be fair, Mighty Keep is a fucking idiot, though.
I know. I got fucking idiot. But that's the thing. Plus, they see it as like a cause. I have to watch this show because I hate when they say it's based on like reality. This show is not even close to being real.
No,
it doesn't represent the real world whatsoever. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's like it's a dumb like sub 70 IQ college grads idea of what the real world looks like. It's people who spend way too much time, like basement dweller accusations thrown out way too easily on the internet, but it probably does apply to people who unironically like the show. I did just look up trying to find like audience and demographic data and stuff. It is predictably popular in college, obviously, because college kids are fucking idiots. But then also it turns out 60% of the boys' viewers are located outside of America. It's particularly popular in Brazil, the UK, and in India. So great, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, it says continuing its massive trajectory, season 5 has over 1 billion minutes of viewership.
Jesus.
So it has insane ratings compared to season 4. Because especially the final season, 60% of it is outside the USA. Yeah, like this show, like shit-lib shows do actually work. There are like shows that target these people, just as like the shows that target women. Like Euphoria is basically just, it's abuse porn that women like. Like there are, you can just target these demographics.
You can if you understand what they actually like as opposed to what they say they like. It's like revealed preference versus actual stated
it's
preference.
Like Euphoria versus The Idol. Basically.
Yeah. Well, the difference would be like the reason. So a number of movies have tried to target that quote unquote shit lib audience, and they don't work because they give them nothing the audience actually likes. They're just extremely preachy, and no one really likes listening to characters state the theme they're going for. College kids will like gore, nudity, and excessive violence and jokes that seem to be edgy, because to young people, everything can be edgy because you haven't seen that joke done 5,000 times because you're not old enough yet. So they understand why that works. And that's why The Boys probably is more successful than a movie or a TV show that has basically the same sentiment, but it tries to like lean into the whole kindness and joy side of things. It's like, in a weird way, there's not that much that differentiates the philosophy behind the Marvels and The Boys. Just that one stresses how brilliant it is to be lovely and joyful and dancing and happy and vibrant and colorful, which everyone says they like, but no one really likes. And the other one understands that most people actually just like venal shit, so they just give it to them, and it's easy.
Yeah. It's very, what you call it, low-hanging fruit it aims for, and it knows it's going to be popular for it. Yeah, I say for Marvel tries to do the fucking, well, it's the serve two masters. It tries to appeal to everyone, and it appeals to no one, whilst also inserting like a bunch of modern shit that nobody likes. So it's just, I don't know. I hate The Boys, and I hate everyone in it. I hate the fucking Eric Kripke. I hope he gets run over by a truck.
I can't believe you guys have 5 seasons to talk about, and it's just all politics.
Gen V,
there's no story. There's no character work. There's nothing to discuss.
You have to watch the spin-off to understand where the fucking virus comes from, and that spin-off is equally retarded.
I tried. I did put that on. I put that on in the background like everything else. It's like, I was already prepared to hate that because it's like, oh, let's do The Boys, but for like immature people. What? That's what The Boys is. That's already The Boys. You can't make it less mature.
Yeah, but at least The Boys has some interesting actors that could possibly carry it. What does Gen Z even have to offer?
Like, they just have Homelander, and like you can tell they're just playing into the memes. They literally have him say, "Have you seen the memes about me?" And then there's like a random scene where the bright light shines on him that does nothing. You think it's like a moment where like of euphoria or something, like an idea comes to him, but it isn't. It's just a scene for the memes, and they know it because Anthony Starr's, like, half of the advertisement is just Anthony Starr's face.
That is true. Yeah.
Like, he literally shows up in Gen V for 5 seconds, and he's instantly a meme. There's no one else in that show. No one even remembers the names of the characters. That's how fucking awful the show... That's how entirely dependent on Anthony Starr it is. Once Homelander's gone, who's going to give a fuck about the sequels or the spin-offs?
I've never heard a single thing about that show. Not one conversation or comment.
Well, that's the thing. It's literally... But it's just a show to explain the virus. And it's retarded, like unbelievably stupid. And the Gen Z, it's got that boomers writing Zoomers dialogue. They clearly don't understand what young people are into, or how they talk, or how they act, and it's unbelievably cringe. And there's 2 seasons of it as well, which is fucking don't watch it.
Did it get renewed for a third, or is it done
I think
now
so.
that The Boys is finished?
Oh, jeez.
Well, they're doing several spin-offs. They're doing Gen V. I think they're doing like a Mexican border one about immigration.
What?
They're doing Vault Rises, which is World War II about Soldier Boy.
Well, that one I can see working, but the rest is like that. Is that how big The Boys is now? Jesus Christ.
It is popular. Like, it's not good, but it's popular. A lot of terrible things are popular, like the Black Plague.
Look at The Walking Dead. Look at the spin-offs they did for that, you know?
Yeah,
fan base, you have a fan base. Like, you can't blame them for trying to, monetize it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was gonna ask, how's Starlight's face? I saw one scene where she could barely fucking speak. I couldn't.
Yeah. See, some people have defended her because apparently she has some sort of immune disorder and had it since basically season 1 and 2. And so they're saying, how dare you bully her for the way she looks? She's literally got an autoimmune disorder. And so I thought, well, I don't care that much, but I kind of smell bullshit, and I like confirming when I can smell bullshit that bullshit is actually there. So I did briefly look it up to see whether or not people are mocking her deservedly or undeservedly. So I think people would agree broadly that the problem with Starlight in like season 4 and in season 5 is that she does look quite fake, and it looks quite fake in the way that so many modern women look quite fake, with like too much lip filler, weird buccal fat removal stuff, all the usual. Turns out that the autoimmune disorder does not create plastic surgery face. It does the opposite. You put more weight onto your face with the condition that she has. You don't lose it. So I think she probably did just get work done, and it
No,
just
she
doesn't look
definitely
very
did.
good. And the way it never does look very good. So the criticism, and it's not even about her. I think it's just people are kind of trying to tell celebrity women on the whole that spending $10,000 to look like Skeletor is not a good use of your money or time.
It's one of the best modern examples, and I hate that it happened to her. I'm sure she's a nice lady, but I'm kind of glad that it happened so more people can be aware of what a disaster this could be. She went from an adorable young woman to fucking Skeletor. She looks 10 years older. She looks completely washed out. And it looks irreversible. It just looks, it's horrible and it's sad. That's the only way to put it.
What is it called? That buccal fat removal, where they take it from the cheeks and they put implant.
Yeah.
And you can, if she just lost weight, she would still be able to emote. She can't emote. Like you can see her mouth move, but like above her cheeks is flat. Like it's clearly not a thyroid problem. It's a plastic problem.
They'll do some irreversible damage to their body instead of going on a diet for 6 weeks. Instead of just trying to make an attempt to change it the natural way.
It's getting a lot worse in Hollywood now. Like there are a lot more actresses that get work done younger, and so a lot of them can't really emote to the level where like you're expected to as an actor. And so because of that, we're just seeing it. I mean, this is an older actress, but look at Nicole Kidman in The Northman, dude. She could barely act in that because of all her Botox, and she was like so out of place. It's for a period piece. And so it just sort of limits in the long term everything that you can do, like, and create. So it's kind of annoying that like just people are filling themselves up with bullshit, bro.
I'll say I saw Nicole Kidman in person a couple of years ago in Nashville. She's still hot as fuck.
I
don't care what she's doing to her face. She's gone.
Just a plastic bag over the head.
You know, it's fucking random Zendaya thing. I'll give that girl some credit. She's not full of plastic surgery, is she? She seems pretty natural.
Yet.
Well, is she naturally like you say she's got no surgery? She naturally pulls a blank, emotionless expression all the time. Like people have to get tons of work to have their face make no movements. She does it naturally,
built in.
Yeah, she's like it's like Botox without any actual Botox. Oh, she sucks.
Oh, man.
Do you think now I saw this? Now, do you think this is sabotage by Ralph Fiennes so that nobody can play Voldemort as good as he did? Yeah, Tilda Swinton, she'd be great. that wouldn't look stupid or weird.
I think she probably would be, and it still shouldn't happen. She's a really good actress, and she looks the part. Maybe this is what women fear. The reason they get all these surgeries is that if you don't get surgery, then you end up looking like Voldemort when you turn 60.
You just said she looks like Voldemort. I'm sure that's music to her ears. Oh my god.
I mean, it's true, man. Like Tilda Swinton is one of those weird creatures, you know. I don't even know, like it's so weird, man. You know, I've never seen her be fully like a normal person in her entire career. So it's just like, all right, cool. You know, this is who I eventually see Anya Taylor-Joy becoming, you know.
Yeah, well, she does play weird roles, like Constantine, all the bald chicken Endgame.
Yeah, she loves doing that because I was watching Snowpiercer and she plays that weird conductor woman with the teeth and the wig. And like the director had to say to her, she wanted to go even weirder, and he went, no, let's keep it kind of believable. I think she would have him like fucking, I don't know, like literally like a vagina with his mouth is. I think she'd go absolutely crazy with like the design. I think she's one of those actresses. She's very good. She's very talented. It's just
super talented.
I think they'd go right. We need to go so far from Ralph Fiennes. We make it ridiculous. I think she'd push it that direction.
Black Voldemort. We could do that instead.
I think we've seen people will always react to just a solid recasting than something that's just like, we don't want to repeat it, so we're going to do something way out of left field. Like, Corrin Sweat was a good replacement for Superman. If he was some fucking Mexican dude or a black dude, it would have been a fucking issue, because what the hell are you doing? But just get a good replacement, and you're good most of the time. Yeah, it's a Mexican. Hola, señor.
Are you gonna help us, Superman? See.
Bro, justice in the American way.
So I'm saying,
I'd save you, but I'm so tired. I'm so sleepy.
I can't do it.
Oh my god, man! See, as a meme, that could be funny. Like, but you have to separate these things. With this, I look at it right away as like, I don't know enough about the character, but other than having the look, what really does she offer to this role? Being a female, it changes everything. Right?
Yeah, as you said, like gender swaps are way bigger than just race swaps because there's the actual physicality of the character comes into play. Like, plus, and a woman cannot be like as command. She's like evil women and good women express that differently to a good man and evil man. Like an evil woman can't be intimidating through her own like Shao Kahn. You have an intimidating presence that they can actually physically hurt you.
It's very difficult to have an intimidating presence as a woman. It just really it's not sexist. It's just reality.
Their intimidation comes from their authority.
The witch in Narnia. Was she the witch in Narnia?
I think she was. Oh, wait.
Yeah, she was. Yeah,
yeah
Narnia.
was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Charlize Theron was in The Huntsman. That's I was thinking the same one. Yeah, but like it comes from somewhere else. Their intimidation. It comes from like their powers or their authority, or it's not them specifically.
Which
it's
could work for Voldemort because Voldemort's got magic, and he's not using physical intimidation. I don't think this would be the worst thing in the world to happen. I just don't think it should happen. It would be a pointless distraction. People will complain, and it doesn't really need to happen. There must be some good, intimidating, bold men somewhere in the world who could play this part.
Yes, exactly. Just not to derail, but real quick, do you have any good examples of like intimidating women in fiction, like one of the best representations of it? Because it's hard to pull off. I wouldn't say it's impossible.
The witch in Shelby Oaks, dude.
Oh my fucking god, that old bitch.
Well, as we said before, it's like it's women who use like their authority or power, like Cersei when she's threatening Littlefinger, where she's giving the like that's intimidation, but intimidation comes from the fact that she's a princess.
Power. She's surrounded by a bunch of soldiers who will do everything that she tells them to do. She's not the one going to stab him in the face. She can tell anyone to do that at any time.
See, a modern writer would make Cersei a girl boss where she had to fucking 1v1 Littlefinger on the spot instead of actually using what made the character interesting. I didn't want to jump to her because she's almost like, for the three of us, uninspired four of us, it's almost like cheating because she would be like one of the blueprints for me. But what are other ones? Because Cersei there's so much writing that goes into what makes Cersei intimidating. There's so much.
Well, you've got some people saying Mama from Dread, but I don't know. I'd have to like half disagree because Mama from Dread sort of does that same thing like Cersei, where she has she has the grunts come up. Well, they say that she's done stuff on her own, but like that's the reason why she's feared, because like she bit a guy's dick off and something like that. So I mean, so just
don't get a blowjob and you're fine.
Yeah.
See, like even did you find Oren Ishii intimidating? That's Lucy Liu. I'd fucking fuck the shit out of you. I can't be intimidated by this. I just can't. Like you can swing all the swords you want. So it's a difficult fucking thing, man. It's a tough thing to balance.
Yeah, like the war screen when women do like the war screen, it never works. It's always embarrassing.
We talked about this. There's one time it worked, and it's in The Descent. Watch The Descent. I actually really like it. I do like that because it's warranted for the character and the situation. Kind of like it works. But the female war scream is it's a bit tricky. The death stare, women can do the death stare if you actually pull it off properly. But the war scream is a little bit tricky.
Well, women are better with passive aggressiveness.
Yes,
like the sly comments. They're like they poison your drinks. They're great at scheming. You can get great scheming characters, but like plus as well, if Voldemort's gonna have a one-on-one duel with Harry with the Elder Wand and shit like that, it's like, could Taylor Swindon pull it off? I mean, good actress, but I don't think she could bring that kind of aura that Voldemort needs. But then again, who do you think do you think this is just him saying it, or do you think?
I think he's just saying it. I mean, surely it's the kind of thing that you say if you're in the industry because it makes you seem very fashionable, and that's what Hollywood types like.
What else is she gonna say? She's an old bitch. Hell no! Like, no one's gonna replace me. Like, what else is he gonna say?
Sounds terrible.
Do you know who I am?
Awful. That would just be awful. Why would you do that?
It's also the secondary problem as well with casting women is that, I mean, I don't know how tall Tilda Swinton is, but I guess she's not that tall. Most women are not hugely tall.
She's quite tall.
Is she?
tall.
Because my
like
assumption
8
would be
meters.
that by season 5 of the show, Voldemort would be a foot shorter than most of the kids. That tends to be a problem when you
Tilda
cast
Swinton's
female villains.
5'11".
Jesus.
Oh, she's not that short.
I
Okay.
mean, 1 meter 80.
Huh.
She's all right.
Well, that wouldn't
Damn.
be so much of a problem then. See, there
Yeah,
are
that
arguments. There are arguments for this casting. It would not be the worst thing in the world.
We'll put you this way: if we're gonna pick a woman, she's probably one of the best suited to do it. Like she checks a lot of boxes there.
It's just
Although her name
yeah.
couldn't be Tom, and the name being Tom is kind of important to the second book because J.K. Rowling decides that just rearranging letters constitutes a plot. So you wouldn't be able to do the whole Tom Marvolo Riddle appeal because she couldn't be called Tom if she was a woman. She'd have to be, unless it was like Thomasina or something ridiculous.
Yeah, like, could you get another
Tomatha.
name out of Tom Marvolo Riddle? Yeah, could you like just
Tomatha.
switch that around?
Tomatha. Yeah, that's all I got. It's not my Thomasina.
You'd have to, Tomboy Riddle. Yeah, you'd have to like just change the name over, try and like do the words and try and rearrange them, and just like forget about like a couple of words that you can't even use anymore.
Well, that's what they did in the French versions of Harry Potter. They completely changed his name, man. It's not even called Tom Riddle. It's so that they can do Tom Riddle becomes Je suis Voldemort. So like they have to completely get different letters and shit. So like they changed his name completely for the French version. So they could probably do this.
Isn't it weird how his name sounds like Marlboro, the cigarettes?
Hmm.
I always thought that was weird.
He's inciting you to smoke.
That's it's just a big smoke he has. Every time he turns around, he's got a cigarette in his mouth.
That's why he's bald. And it's like he has no hair or anything. It's like
He's got yellow teeth.
it got
He goes, Harry Potter. He's constantly coughing. But like, so we're not gonna. Are we gonna figure out who Voldemort is? Because it's only having Professor Quirrell. He's in the back of his head.
Yeah, but you can just
that's not how it
CGI
works.
some bullshit. You know.
So
at
do you
that
think
point.
they'll have an actor ready to go, or do you think they'll have like a stand-in?
I think they'll have Quarrel's actor to just do the performance since it's on his body, and then in season 2 they'll figure out a proper actor for Voldemort.
Because they did that in the films, didn't he? Like they didn't have Ralph Fiennes as Voldemort; they had someone else.
No, yeah, just a
I
random.
can't remember if they got
a
Fiennes to
random
do the
CG face plate.
voice or not. The face was all CG. I can't remember if they already had him in mind for the voice. I don't
I
remember.
don't think they did. And if they were to choose Tilda Swinton or any female, they'd have to do it. They'd have to choose that gender, regardless if they cast her or not.
Mm-hmm.
No, it wasn't Ralph Fiennes. It was Richard Bremer in the first movie. So yeah.
Yeah, so they might do that again. Like, why, cast them now in like, and you don't see him till what is it, Goblet of Fire?
Yeah, basically, yeah. You don't see him in full until Goblet of Fire, yeah.
Yeah, because like Tilda Swinton could like get hit by a truck or something. Like, you don't know how an actor's going to be in 4 years' time.
Mm.
I was thinking, isn't she older than Ralph Fiennes?
I think so, yeah.
So if the
I
ship
think
is
she
sailed for him, surely it's also sailed for if she's older than him. It will be really inconvenient if your Voldemort died halfway through your
Well,
show.
I can almost guarantee you'll have
65.
another Dumbledore that's going to die. Fucking John
Oh,
Lithgow's
Yeah,
80.
but we've established
What are we
that's the
doing?
thing. That's just a canon event for Dumbledore.
Yeah,
It just
we've already
happens.
experienced that once. We're prepared for that. But has anyone else reprised their roles from the first one?
No. I
Wait,
don't
didn't
think
one
so.
of the midgets reprise their roles?
Midgets.
Maybe.
One of the
Yeah,
goblins,
possibly.
right? They play a little goblin.
There aren't too many, so they gotta get worse.
It's
Is it
normally
that,
Warwick Davis.
Yeah, he plays basically every small person.
Mm.
I don't know. Let's have a look. Because, like, isn't it like they're still kind of angry at Peter Dinklage for ruining most of their jobs?
Yeah,
Yeah, he took every
he fucked
single
up.
job.
he fucked up. Bad
Dude,
PR for the dwarf
monopolized the fucking game, man. It's crazy. All
Well,
of
I
them
don't know
have
what
to
they're
just
gonna
go to WWE to survive.
I don't know what they're going to do with the Goblin Bank because people kept calling like anti-Semitic. So, like, are they going to keep that? Are they going to change it? Because
They're not gonna change. They're not gonna change it at all. Because I think that if they would have changed it, they would have done so during Hogwarts Legacy. You know.
I
Yeah.
also
For the
thought it was
video game.
trendy right now to hate Jews in Hollywood.
It also is trendy to hate Jews, so they'll probably lean into it if anything. They'll wear little hats just to
Well-
make it even
well then-
more obvious.
Will their noses get bigger like Pinocchio? It just keeps growing.
They're so fucking ridiculous. It's just people just obsessed with trying to find some excuse to say that J.K. Rowling is a bigot. So then say, "Oh, the goblins are Jews, didn't you know?" It's like you thought that.
Yeah,
it's like when people say orcs are black people. You thought
Yes.
that. Nobody else did.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like, and when you start doing that, it just because when you're a kid, it's just goblins, and it's a boss little thing when he goes to the vault, and it's like an underground mine, and they just lack all that type of stuff. And we've said this about like when you see the trailer, the color is all washed out because it's for adults. It's for adults with HBO subscriptions.
Yes.
Yep.
Like when he opens the magical world, how bright and colorful, and like Diagon Alley looks awesome. Now it's like Game of Thrones. You won't be able to see anything at night. It'd be dark. It's gonna be, and that's the thing. It's for grown-up potheads who are still 30 years old and have a wand up their ass. They still will never grow up.
Yeah.
God, this show's gonna suck.
But
Next
hey,
slide.
we have the behind the scenes coming out like 8 months before the show. So nice.
Oh, is that out?
Well, probably soon, I guess.
Why 8 months back?
I don't even know. No one knows why. It's so weird to have posted it like so much in advance. Because the hype will be there anyways, which is why I don't even understand. Like you barely even have to put marketing in this.
Oh, it has released. It released a week ago, April 5th. So
Oh,
it's
shit.
out.
The trailer
just-
got ratio, didn't it? Did this one get ratio too, or is this doing better in terms of publicity?
I'm shocked that it got ratioed. I think that is purely just Black Snake, though.
Yep.
Like it's so in your face that we're changing it pointlessly as well.
It's probably
Um,
one of the worst race swaps ever, and it hasn't even come out yet because it's so blatant. It's just what are you doing? Why is this guy here? And you don't have to be a big fan of the series to be confused by it or even offended by it. I can't see how it serves any purpose other than the lynching backstory that you mentioned, and that's just more pandering bullshit.
The trailer for The Craft Behind the Magic is 19,000 likes and dislikes, so it's even. Yeah, so it's as liked as it is hated.
Probably not good for a trailer.
I had to put this in here. This is embarrassing.
Boy,
What the fuck? No way, dude.
oh the Rock.
This looks so bad.
It looks so cringe.
Do you have enough money, Rock?
Jesus.
Like
How far
dude.
he has fallen. He was trying to Oscar bait, and now he's doing this.
He's like, fuck it, right back to this bullshit, easy
Mhm.
money.
Rock
He
slide.
phoned it
Well,
in for the
he
last
failed.
20 years, man. He could have
know?
actually did so much more with his career, and this is it. He's never
Well,
gonna surpass this.
The issue is that like since he didn't get the reception that he wanted after the Oscars failure with what was it, the Smashing Machine.
Even
since
before
he did-
that, Black Adam. It's been a
Well,
streak.
he like for that one he completely failed and he took the L on that. Like he knew that he failed since DC was completely rebooted. That's why he used the chance to try and reform himself with the Smashing Machine, go into more roles that require him to actually show emotion. And then once that failed, he just hopped back on the big Hollywood productions, which kind of sucks because hey, he does have some acting chops. I mean, my favorite Rock movie is old. My favorite Rock movie is the one he has with the guy that plays Stifler from
The Rundown.
yeah, The Rundown. There you go. Yeah, I love The Rundown. It's like my only good Rock movie. And it's like, I don't know, dude. He can actually have a good acting career. Adam Sandler does his shitty Netflix movies all the time, but then he just hops out with a banger where he gives an Oscar-worthy performance, and then he just goes back to doing his bullshit. Why can't The Rock do the same? I don't know. It's so weird the choices that he's done in his career. And even he's come back to WWE recently, right? Cynic. I'm not too sure, but I think so. So yeah, he's everywhere now.
I know you can tell the necklace is to hide the blend where the Rock's head is superimposed on like a ripped body. But have you seen the girl? Look at her forehead. It goes quite far back, doesn't it?
They
It's
both
so
just
bad.
look slapped together like cardboard cutouts. This is pretty terrible.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Why
They
would
look
they release
terrible.
this?
It's just cash grab. I mean, they saw Lilo and Stitch remake make money, and that was just fucking
Yeah,
awful. That made
yeah,
$1
but
billion.
Cynic
but a
slides look better than
decade.
that, like 100%. And this is like, what the hell? You make those in the morning. This is completely unacceptable if we're talking about
So
promotional
why
ROI.
would they even remake like Moana in comparison to everything else? Like
Money.
I would have
Mo
expected.
money.
Well, I would have expected them to remake something like Princess and the
Frozen.
Frog. You know.
Frozen.
Well,
No.
Frozen, yeah. I would have expected Frozen before Moana. That's true.
Well, they're still making Frozen movies, but the Princess and the Frog is an actual black princess, and they don't want to do that because there's no benefit to do that. There's no virtue signaling. Like, there's no. You have to. A black princess doesn't stand alone. She must rob a white princess of her position. That's the only value they see in it. It's ridiculous. It's so like Moana is popular. That's it. And Moana is popular. It is going to make a lot of money, despite being even worse than the original movie.
That's the worst thing is that like all these live action Disney movies, I never realized they've made $1 billion until like the first 2 weeks pass, and I'm like, oh shit, this was in the cinema. But no, it's already made so much money. It's crazy. I don't know who goes and watches this.
Snow White fucked it up to the point where they're almost going to slow it down, but then that fucking stupid Lilo and Stitch just screwed it up.
Snow White
made $1 billion.
saved cinema.
Yeah, we were so close. Lilo and Stitch messed everything up, and it's a horrible movie.
Ohana means fuck your family.
Yes, exactly. Fuck your family. I can't believe that happened. And it's one of the things that you have to explain to people because the movie is similar enough to where people just gloss over it. But the fundamental purpose of the story is just shat on. It's between that and Mulan 2020 for our most hated ones.
Damn.
Like, can you imagine they did
Mulan?
Can you imagine if they did Princess and the Frog? Like, you saw, like, there was a bunch of like racial commentary in it, but it was way subtle. Like the rich white girl, and the poor black girl, she has to go to like a bus downtown. They managed to weave that in without being preachy. They managed to actually represent it in a realistic manner. Can you imagine what they would do now? They would have like a BLM. Like, she would go on to have like a BLM race riot in the city. That's what she would do. That would be her arc.
I can actually see that happening.
A caricature of something that actually worked. They never understand what makes these things work. That's how you have Mulan being a superhero in the first 2 minutes. And they would turn that character that sounds like a reasonably written character into a fucking preachy, disgusting message every single time.
Yeah, she'd just go, kill the white bitch. That's like Princess and the Frog, the new remake. It'd just be that instead of like an actual charming story set in like in the South. But fucking money is all these people care about.
But
so
a key word you just said, not to cut you off, but charming. That's one of the things that these movies had back in the day. They were all charming and intriguing and in some cases inspiring. There's no charm left with any of them. They're just completely stripped of everything.
They're for adults. That's all these remakes are for adults. They're not for the actual kids themselves because they don't even like do anything targets them. They make jokes and stuff that are made just for adults. And I think that's the worst thing about this. Kids have nothing. They have absolutely no stories. They just get remakes which are aimed for their fucking parents.
Yeah, no original IPs for them.
Very true.
You get rare cases with things like Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. Yeah. And that's why I was saying how that should be the standard. Things like that should be your goal anytime you create a kids film where it's structured well enough for them. It's structured well enough for kids, but it's written well enough for adults to enjoy as well. With that good balance.
How weird is it that like the Shrek spin-off about the cat ends up having like some of the best movies?
It's insane. I said that in my fucking script. I'm doing the video on it. And Super Mario, who's like one of the most famous characters ever, gets nothing. But this spin-off character gets one of the most like well-written and heartfelt kids movies I've ever seen. It's such a strong script and such a memorable character.
And then like he's going back to like Far, Far Away. And I'm like, oh, I'm nostalgic for Shrek. And then I see the trailer for Shrek, and it's Zendaya as his daughter. And I'm like, oh God, no, don't do the Shrek 5. Don't do it.
And the worst part is like Ice Age did the same story back then already. They did the story about like Manny's daughter and her wanting to be independent and all that shit. And it's like, yeah, that's it.
Super chats.
Super chats, it is. Not a huge amount in the news this week, so we shall move on and wrap up. TGV Monster for $2. Hi everyone, happy Monday. Happy Monday to you.
Happy Monday.
TGV Monster for another $5. I hate the boys. It did massive damage to superheroes in general, and most people just see Superman as Homelander because of it, and it wastes Jensen Ackles, whatever his name is.
Have you heard what Eric Kripke said about superheroes?
Oh,
Number
no.
one, he called Batman a fascist, like unironically, by saying he's a rich guy that beats up poor people and profits off the incarceration.
Wow.
I don't know where the fuck you got that from.
No, that's peak. Like, I can't think of a more disingenuous take. It's just you're complete. Yeah. Go ahead.
Wow.
Is that, and then the second thing he says is that superheroes are inherently MAGA. So he says they're there to defend a white America that shouldn't exist.
No, they're there to protect the innocent. They're there. Like, what the fuck?
No,
is this guy smoking?
Brooks, you're wrong. They're there, even though they were like Superman was written by Jewish authors. He's there to fight not non-whites.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, Black Panther is there to perpetuate white supremacy. That's definitely an interesting take. I don't think season 1 did massive damage to superheroes. I think like part of the reasons like season 1 was so popular is because it provided an a slightly more, even a more realistic antidote to some slightly absurdist Marvel movies that were coming out around that time. It was a different take. It was a more gritty take. It was a more real take, and it was kind of interesting to see like, okay, this is everyone's probably had that thought. You know, what would this look like if superheroes actually existed in the real world? Because it wouldn't be the thing that Marvel presents, and so the boys gave you that. And in season 1, at least, it did some kind of fun, interesting things with that. It hasn't done it since, but you know.
Well, it was making fun of celebrities who, at that point in time, were insufferable with the Trump and the COVID. So, like, oh, it's a good show, calling these people pieces of shit, which is what most of them are. And then it just completely sold out and became pro-celebrity. So, and then he says a lot of other stupid shit. Like, he goes like fucking. He's talking about like the terror of like fascism coming around. Superheroes are inherently MAGA. And it doesn't make any sense. He doesn't get superheroes. He says they basically shouldn't exist. He doesn't like them.
So, I mean, I just wish they wouldn't talk about these things that they're completely ignorant about. You know what I mean? Because you're such a blanket statement about something that's been around for decades and people can have like, you know, nuanced conversations about for ages. It's just, that's part of the reason they've stood the test of time. There's so much more to each of them. Batman is super interesting character. He's not just a superhero.
He called the boys punk rock.
You should never call anything punk rock.
Nope, James Gunn tried that with his Superman movie, and it did not work there either.
That's a title that people can dawn upon you. You don't get to claim that yourself. It's so cringe.
It's the Gen X mindset. We're still the outsiders, even though we're 50 years old and in charge of everything. Ugh.
TGV Monster for another $5. You know, instead of bad movies with massive budgets, they should try making movies and TV shows with 10 out of 10 writing, but with the room level of budgets. That would be, I mean,
bottle episodes, man.
Not even bottle episodes. Just like understand that the strength of a good show tends to be in the writing more than in the visual effects. It's like original Star Trek holds up better than new Star Trek does, because though new Star Trek looks so much better, the writing is so much worse.
I mean, there's some pretty good indie movies and TV shows, but the thing is that a lot of them just fly under the radar because they don't have marketing. And so either they get canceled after the first season or the movie just flops and you don't really hear from the creators again for another half a decade.
Or they get given a Marvel movie.
Yeah, or they get given a Marvel movie. True. I mean, look, we don't know what happened to those guys that made the Bad Boys movies. You know, they went to do, what was it, Miss Marvel? And then don't know what happened to their careers, man.
Nope.
Just disappeared.
TGV Monster gifts a Little Platoon membership. Thank you, sir. Welcome to whoever that is. MF Gloom, I think we'll go with that. For $4.99, why is no one talking about how bad the Malcolm in the Middle reboot is? It might be the worst thing I've ever seen. This is my TLJ.
Damn.
Everyone has a TLJ.
I saw an episode of it. So like Malcolm's like a single dad. Stewie, I think Dewey's now gay, and I think Jamie, the youngest, is non-binary. She's like a woman-man thing.
What? Why? Why'd they do that to Stewie?
I don't know.
What about the black dude in the wheelchair? Did they bring him back?
I haven't seen that far. I've only seen one episode. All the black dads are now divorced, and they go, "Hal, you're the only one whose wife hasn't left him." I'm like, I don't want to go back and see everyone crushed and miserable. But yeah, like Dewey's gay. I think the actor who plays Dewey is gay, so they went, well, even though in the show we've established that Dewey likes girls, we're just gonna make him gay now. And Jamie, because wasn't a character, we're gonna make him a fucking gender fluid, whatever. And it's so dated, the non-binary stuff. Like that's just like nobody even cares about that stuff anymore, even like left-wing people. So it really just feels like it's from another time. It's fucking awful. I'm gonna watch the rest of the season, and if it gets worse, I'm looking forward to it.
Bryan Cranston still have it as Hal at least.
Yeah, he's okay. Like, but the writing, it tries to be like 2000, and it's just not. It's not the same. It just they can't capture it.
You can't recapture that, man.
Scrubs kind of does. They did a remake of Scrubs, and it's the same problem. And like they have these younger characters, and they suck. And he's like, I don't care about these. Like Cobra Kai worked because it focused on Brian. It focused on Johnny Lawrence and I can't remember the other guy's name. Like nobody cared about the kids. It was them too. But this is what these shows always do. They introduce other characters or they change like pre-existing characters to be worse, and it's just awful.
I just looked it up because I have no attachment to Malcolm in the Middle. I think I may have seen half of an episode when I was a kid, and I thought, shit, this is trying to appeal to me, so I'm going to hate it. So I have no particular attachment to it, but I did just look up, and apparently, I don't know, yeah, this is in Deadline. Am I reading that? The people who've created the remake said it was really important to them to do like the non-binary character because 3 out of their 4 kids are queer. And do you know how statistically unlikely that is to be true?
Oh, come on.
You know what? They probably went, I'm straight, Dad. He goes, I'll have no straight son in my house.
Doesn't Megan Fox have 3 non-binary sons or something like that too?
Oh
It's
yeah,
like 0.0001% of being on like gender
That's not
fluid.
how it works, man. It's not how it works.
It's not the cold. You can't just catch like non-binaryism. It's but
part of the problem is you can because it is literally a social contagion. So it kind of is a cult. That's the thing. They're trying to keep adding letters so people could just identify in and out of it whenever they want to, as long as there's points to be gained by getting it. Yeah, because that's not going to be like, oh yeah, 3 out of our 4 kids are gay or lesbian, because like that is statistically impossible. That hasn't happened. You'd be very unlikely to even have one. So it's going to be a bunch of them have said they're non-binary because they're in Hollywood, and all Hollywood children seem to be mentally ill.
Plus, non-binary is it's better than just saying you're gay because you can always flip. Oh, I like girls now. Oh, I'm not. You can
there's
always
no
choose
rules. There's no rules. That's why no one takes it seriously. Someone says they're non-binary. I'm like, okay, but what does that mean? It means nothing to me. I know less about you now by you saying that.
I know more in the sense I know you're insufferable.
Yes, exactly. That's it. I know I don't want to talk to you any further than this. That's pretty much all you've revealed. But if someone's like gay or bi or lesbian, at least you have a clear idea of at least what their preferences are. The non-binary shit is like, what the fuck are you?
Well, remember who said non-binary? Ezra Miller going, I'm non-binary.
Again, what does that mean to that officer? It's such a strange wall to hide behind. And no one can seem to ever explain what it means. Like watching a non-binary person or a gay person try to explain the difference between gay and queer, and it's just all a spectrum, yo. It's just all this. What the fuck? We're just supposed to have meaning.
Spectrum.
Yeah,
that's what they like to say.
We're just supposed to have meaning so we can actually understand each other, but they just make it so much more confusing with all that.
That's because it makes them special and it makes them stand out, and that's really what it usually at least boils down to. McGrunty for $5. The Boys Season 5 and Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Which one is worse if you have to choose? TDS the show or Flounderized Plot Terminal Daredevil? That's a good question. Probably, I think I find The Boys more insufferable.
Yeah, like at least, but you can say like the plot seems to be moving forwards, whereas Daredevil, it's kind of just meandering around. It's interesting because they both kind of do the same subject about ice and stuff. And like totalitarianism. But yeah, I think The Boys is worse. And I also think the reaction to The Boys makes it more unlikable, where these people are saying, my God, it's the best written show on TV, when it's clearly not. That makes it way more annoying. But I hate The Boys more.
Yeah. Razor Hammond favorite classic black and white film. Oh shit.
12 Angry Men.
Yeah,
Or
it's-
the Thing
yeah,
from
it's a good
Another
shout.
World.
Yeah, 12 Angry Men,
Casablanca.
Rosemary's Baby.
Citizen Kane's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Still holds up.
Rebecca. The Birds was one of the first Technicolor ones, wasn't it? Psycho.
Half of Memento. That was
That counts, damn it. No, yeah, Rosemary's Baby and 12 Angry Men. Those come.
Yeah. The original Invasion of the Body Snatchers is quite good. I like that film. That is also black and white. Joey Bag of Donuts for $4.99 Platoon. Now that you're an EVAP poster, does that mean you'll get dragged into the Ahsoka Season 2 watch together? I very much hope so. Assuming we do one of those, yes. And I imagine we probably will. Though they're doing like the Mortis stuff, which means we might even have to do more research in terms of like, gotta watch Rebels or whatever it is.
Clone Wars.
Clone Wars, that's the one.
It's a shit show.
I tried watching that. I don't understand what people like about it. I guess maybe the good stories are maybe 3 episodes out of 500. But
No,
I just,
I don't
as
think
soon
so.
as I put it on, it's like the fucking battle droid voices in every scene. Stop it.
You know what's mad? Like we've got Mando and Grogu in a month, and then Ahsoka Season 2 later this year, and nobody gives a fuck. Nobody
No.
cares.
Not one. Not one.
I've heard
didn't even
more
know
things about Starfighter, which comes out in 27, than I've heard about Mando and Grogu.
It's just a write-off at this point. There's no fans. No one has any faith in it.
Yeah.
We just know what they're capable of. Nothing.
Well, that was
It's just-
the news that did, I think, come out this week, is that the initial box office predictions for that film are out, and I believe it is predicted to make less money than Solo did. I think it's in the 70 to 85 million range.
Jesus.
So on a much smaller budget, to be fair, and by much smaller, it's only like $200 million as opposed to 350 or whatever Solo was. But it's still like budget and fan expectations don't necessarily correlate. Some of the really, really successful movies are not necessarily. You don't spend more money to get more people in the audience, and Star Wars didn't used to be a film genre that had to spend loads to get fans in the seats. Just seems like not many people care.
The total grossing run was 393 million of Solo, so it's making less money than that. It won't even hit 400 million.
Unless it turns out to be excellent and word of mouth spreads it. But like the trailers that I've seen, the last time I saw someone post a trailer was just, I think it's even trailer number 2, which tells you nothing more about the movie than you already knew, which is nothing. And I think someone reposted it and just said, there must be more to it than this. I said, have you seen The Mandalorian?
No,
there
there's
doesn't.
not much. It's just, oh man, gave up on those two the moment I laid eyes on Grogu. I knew what it was going to be, and here we are. How do you expect them to get a movie out of this when they've had 3.5 seasons pretty much, and they still don't have a story together?
Yeah.
It's such a failed, complete disaster, missed opportunity, and it's an archetype that people love, like we've seen in Dunk and Egg. You can do it right. So they had a more meaningful arc in 6 episodes than they've had in 3.5 seasons. So there's just no excuse. It's just shit writing. So you should expect more.
But if you look at the viewership numbers, like it's only got like 11 million both trailers, and He-Man's got 30 odd. Like it's already less popular than He-Man.
Jesus.
Damn.
That one Ginger Raven for $9.99. I don't know if movie trilogies are a good idea. Thoughts? Can panel come up with at least 5 good movies that are the last in the trilogy? Bonus points if they are actually the best of the trilogy.
It's actually tough. I mean, I don't think that there are a ton of great trilogies out there. Actually, I don't think there are a lot that stick the landing.
Actually,
and even
I have an
most of the
answer.
one. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just about to say, like, even the ones that really stick the landings aren't really trilogies. Like something like the Cornetto trilogy. Does that factor in? Or, you know what I mean?
Civil War is the easy answer. It's better than Winter Soldier and the First Cap, and it's a trilogy. So yeah, that's pretty much the easy answer for me, because I think that's the best MCU movie ever made. So,
yeah,
but finding several of them, I don't know about that, bro. There's plenty of good third parts to a trilogy, like Return of the King's an easy one. There's plenty to mention.
Yeah, Return of the Jedi, even,
but
it's not the best in the trilogy.
Yeah, exactly. This is really tough. I think Civil War is one of the only ones I can think of.
Oh, Last Crusade's a good shout.
Revenge of the Sith.
Sure, yeah, that's a good one. I mean, the trilogy's a bit janky all the way through, but it's still quite good.
It's still technically the best of the three.
I don't know if it disproves the idea that trilogies are like the third movie doesn't have to be the best for the trilogy to be worth doing. As long as the overall thing on balance is quite good, then the trilogy can help you, more time to tell the story that you're telling. But there is an unfortunate number of them which just completely shit the bed.
Technically, I don't think the Dollars trilogy or like the Man with No Name trilogy would count, would it?
Well, I mean, if it's a trilogy, it counts.
Well, coming up with an ending is one thing, but finding an ending that is the best out of the three, I think that's the more interesting part of the question. It's tricky.
Isn't a big problem? Like, they have one good film, and they clearly haven't set it up, so that part 2 and 3 are technically just their own thing, kind of added to it.
That kind of.
So that's why a lot of third films are terrible because there's no plan. It's just like, oh shit, in the second movie, we do the first movie again, but slightly worse, and with a bit of an open end for the third movie.
Well, someone said Army of Darkness. I mean, I don't know, man. I think Evil Dead 2 is better than Army of Darkness, man.
Wait, I never saw the more modern ones, but maybe Planet of the Apes? Because I know those got a little bit better.
I've heard good things about those. Also, the Sonic movies, I believe people prefer. I mean, am I right in thinking the third is more popular than the first and the second one?
The third one was probably the best one.
We probably got 5 already where the end. We may even have made the 5 where the end is, if not the best, then at least close to being the best. So it's not impossible. It just doesn't happen very often.
Someone said Toy Story 3, which is a good film.
Oh, yeah.
And then Toy Story 4 came out.
I fucking hate Toy Story, dude.
Hate that. Well, you hate all Toy Story or just 4?
All of them, dude. I've never gotten into Toy Story,
Ah.
man. Legitimately. Like, it's one of those cartoons. It's one of those cartoons.
It's art.
I should have vetted you before I invited you onto this.
Seize this man, guards.
Animated movies, okay, that I kept getting pushed to watch as a kid, and I was like, this just isn't for me, man. Like, I don't know. Out of everything I used to see, Toy Story was like weak sauce.
Who are you?
I have a vivid memory of being so invested in the finale for the first Toy Story, like just going there to watch some stupid movie about toys, but then ending up being completely immersed and sucked into it. It's good shit, man. I'm surprised it didn't it must have just been the wrong time for you.
I legitimately did not care about Toy Story growing up, and I haven't given it a chance to rewatch like anything at all.
It's because he didn't grow up with toys. He's Gen Z. That's why you grew up with a fucking iPad, didn't you?
Yeah, you fucker.
Hell no,
you don't know what it's like to smash
technology.
plastic together, and it's better than 1080p bullshit now.
I grew up with Hot Wheels, man.
Taking
No,
wrestling.
but
Here's
yeah.
this one for you, Cynic. I had the whole WWE ring, got a bunch
Hell
of
yeah.
wrestlers, and I vividly remember you're holding with your hands, you're smashing them together with your cousin, but it's fun. The amount of creativity that went into that as a child, like you just can't recreate that with electronics. It's just
Both
different
sides
world.
ready is coming, fucking frying me. Yeah, that's actually it. Oh man. But yeah.
Roadkill
I'll
BT.
rewatch Toy Story, man. I'll rewatch it, and I'll get.
Well,
back to
yeah,
you.
you'll have to because the 5th one is coming out, and you'll like that one because there's like an iPad in it or something. I don't know. Roadkill VTU for $5 with a 2-parter. Anyone still working on their Mario video? Yeah, someone might be. May I suggest reading Tolkien's On Fairy Stories? Here is an excerpt from it about children's stories. Their books are like clothes, should allow for growth, and their books, at any rate, should encourage it. This is eminently true, and the entire essay is definitely worth reading. But no, people will just defend it because it's made for kids, and therefore it's allowed to be shit. Because
That could be
this is what
stupid.
we do with children. Children don't matter.
It doesn't need to be a story. It's just for kids. Who cares, man? It's such a frustrating concept to have to dance around.
How long is your video going to be? Because there's nothing in it.
No,
Like,
it's
you-
quite short by my standards. Like the plot's done in an hour, and so it's probably going to be. It might not even come in 90 minutes. It just annoyed me a lot, and there's a good chance. Like, it's an opportunity mostly just to talk about the games and what they do really well, set against all those people who said they didn't need to be good because the games weren't good in the first place, which is kind of like the implication is. So the games don't have a story, they fucking do. The games don't have characters, they fucking do. The games don't have themes, but they do though. So all those people who say it's for the fans evidently are not fans of the thing they claim they're a fan of, and so I'm going to shit on them. Big T for $4.99 has BA Born Again.
Born
See, I was
Again.
thinking BA somebody else. Has Born Again season 2 brought back the Fiddle Faddle guy. Best part of
I'll watch
season
it
1.
if he comes back. If he comes back, I'll come back for more cringe.
Also, pretty sure Wesley is coming back in season 2 as well.
From
Wesley's
the dead?
dead. They've already got Discount Wesley anyway. They've got Buck, is that his name? The British guy? He's basically Discount Wesley. So they don't need another Wesley. It's Foggy that they are rumored to be bringing back. They haven't done it yet.
I don't know. I don't, because like they've already got his replacements and they suck. But
Yeah.
like, do you think they'll actually get rid of like the black lawyer lady who I can't even remember her name?
Frog Lady and
Kirsten?
Cherry. Don't even
Yes.
Their name shouldn't even be spoken. Forget these characters. Black Frog Lady and Cherry. Just because they keep saying it's stupid. Who the fuck is Cherry?
Cherry sounds like a stripper's name.
Forced. You remember me, man? We go back in the day, bro. Come on, man. You remember Cherry Pie? No, you weren't here, man. Where is Foggy? It's such a disgrace to these characters, man.
Demon Dog for $10 with the final episode of the Amazing Digital Circus being released in theaters in June and the Backrooms next month. It seems like YouTuber movies are gaining traction as new cinema. I bet they'll make more money too. I've never seen the Amazing Digital Circus. The only thing I know about this movie is that it gained controversy amongst its own fans for going into theaters first. As online fandoms tend to be, they are slightly retarded and they were annoyed that work is not being done for free. So, that's bad.
Well, I think they will make money, but I think a big part of it is like Markiplier was the actual selling point of the Iron Lung.
Mhm.
Like nobody cares about the game as much. It's Markiplier. It's why Shelby Oaks doesn't make that much money because nobody cares if you're directing. You're not on screen. You're not advertisements. Plus,
Also,
it's
nobody
Chris
cares if you're Stuckman. So
No one cares if you're Stuckman, yeah. I don't know. I feel like the Backrooms is
Stuckman's
going to
wife
make a
would
lot.
prefer to watch. Markiplier's movie.
But you see, the Backrooms, I think, is going to make a lot of money because not only do a lot of people know about the Backrooms, but it has the general audience appeal. That's the thing. So if A24 actually puts it in worldwide releases, which they genuinely never fucking do, which is annoying. But if they actually do it, I think it's going to make a shit ton of money. And the circus thing, I've never heard of it until like this weekend. So I don't even know if that has like a huge fan base for the cinema.
Well, do you think movies are going to be this like very quickly, like internet sensations? Like we'll do the back room and it'll be front loaded with people going just to say they've gone, like the chicken jockey scene. Oh, I'm going to go there, say I've been, and then that's it.
Well, the Backroom trailer actually looked interesting. I feel like it has more appeal than just chicken jockey memes.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like for the Backrooms, I think it'll be people that'll be actually interested in watching the movie. But for the future of cinema, I think that there will be, what I call meme movies. The first thing that we saw was what was it? I think it was Despicable Me 3 or 4.
No. Snakes on a Plane is my pick for the original
yeah,
meme movie.
I mean, that movie
created
created a meme.
I loved it.
I think so. What I think you're saying is that the Snakes on the Plane created a meme. But I guess what you're saying is, and if it is, I'd agree with it. Is like there are movies that are made because they are already memes.
Exactly. Yeah. So like you had the Minions, the Minions movie. Everyone was going in dressed as Minions. The movie made $1 billion. Then you had Barbenheimer. Both movies made $1 billion. And then you had the Minecraft with the chicken jockey, made $1 billion. So I feel like they're trying to play this up. And if Hollywood is really, really in drought, they're gonna bring out these meme movies and make those like some sort of an event, where you have to be there just to be there, not really caring about the movie that's on screen.
I'd call that an exploitable gimmick. They're not all just meme movies because like Minecraft was a meme movie. They had nothing to offer in terms of the story. Whereas Barbie, as far as I haven't seen it, but wasn't Barbie actually a movie with characters in it? Like they didn't like there's
it tried to be. It didn't know what it was saying, but like it said the opposite of what it was trying to say. But it again another example of it created more memes than it relied on for its success.
Yes, I would almost put Barbie and Snakes on a Plane similar, where they were trying to take themselves seriously to some degree, but then they created memes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
whereas the
sometimes
Minecraft movie doesn't create memes, it steals them. The Mario movie doesn't create memes, it steals them. Creative movies can make new memes, and they usually that says something about the quality of the movie itself, I think. Whereas
not just movies. How about fucking Arlen Penetry? Get up. Like such a simple statement, yet it just like the whole internet was like awoken from that.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a Skibbity Toilet movie or TV show
fuck
in
off.
production. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
that is
we're
real.
literally just gonna get internet trend like films.
Yeah.
Well, that's one I'm not going to be seeing. Andrew Moore for €5. Evening chaps. Has anybody played A Plague Tale 1 and 2? Medieval rat plague in France. More stealthy version of The Last of Us. No gender / LGBT politics. Both free on PSN. I have played neither of those things, and I haven't touched my PlayStation for probably more than a year. Has anybody else played any of them?
No, but I've only heard good
played
things.
both of them. Yeah, they're pretty good. The only thing I'll say is the girl's French accent is like she was "Come in, Michel." It's like it's not very good.
Authentic. That's how French
like-
people sound.
I like it's a even I'm going. She's not a native French speaker. There's no way she's French. But they're pretty good games because the whole point is you play a teenage girl and like her younger brother. Every male in the family has this curse, and the curse allows them to basically control rats, and they're responsible for like plagues. So like she's got to take care of her brother and save him. But like the gameplay works with the story because the whole point is you can't fight men because you're just a teenage girl. So you have to use like stealth. You have to like swing, like use rock slingers and like hit them in the head. You have to hit the helmets off. Like it plays into it quite well. And what it does really good, it's got like 1,000 rats on the screen all at once, all moving. I don't know how they did it. But like you'd think the animation would be like insane, but they use these clever tricks to make it look super real. Like it's pretty, yeah. It's like, quite like The Last of Us, but yeah, it's more stealth than fighting, but still good.
Big T for $19.99. I was happy seeing Daredevil in No Way Home because I really wanted to see him with the Avengers, but he met them during the era of She-Hulk, Hawkeye, Echo, and the other bullshit. You just gotta love seeing the things you like ruined by hacks. Yes, you do.
I would argue that's the last time he was in character. That scene with Spider-Man at No Way Home.
Probably
I really
is, yeah.
like them both reacting to what flies through the window. It's I don't know, it's just good. It's someone who's aware of what the characters are capable of and what they would do. You know, I just like little moments like that.
It could have been setting up something really useful. You know, if you could have fit him into the Spider-Man movies or like movies on that scale. Generally, he would have had, even if it's just a bit part, you could have made him recurring. But I think that ship has sailed because, yes, as Joey Baggage on it says, how does it feel to live long enough to see all of your favorite franchises go up in flames? Feels great.
It's one of the best quotes ever on YouTube. This thing is aged so well.
Anu That for $10, it started out as a nice idea about killing superheroes. I don't know, don't we all want to do some of that whenever Marvel makes a new movie? Decepticon for $5 They escape Homelander twice in episode 1 by literally just walking away. I wish I were exaggerating.
Yeah,
I don't remember that, but I believe it.
Well, he throws Butcher like into a bunch of bunk beds, and then he's like, "Oh, where has he gone?" Even though he's got X-ray vision, and then Butcher does that twice, and then Soldier Boy. There's another scene with Soldier Boy. Butcher throws a car at him, and then once again teleports away. And then it cuts. He's jogging down the street as Soldier Boy's jogging after him, even though he has the power to shoot a giant laser beam through his chest. It's fucking awful. But like, he doesn't blow up the house. He has to go downstairs into the gym, which has an airtight door, just so they can use the virus. It's so stupid. Like Huey has his neck in both Homelander and Soldier Boy's hands, and not one of them breaks his neck. The plot armor is insane.
Parry Social for $6. They allowed the readers to call in votes on if Jason Todd Robin would die. It was later discovered one guy used auto dialer for majority of kill votes. One guy really hated Robin.
It ended up working out well because you got them the Red Hood, so it actually that guy's a hero.
James Bercy for $5. Platoon, will Lament for Waldrig be included in the second edition of your Poems for Glug anthology? Well, yeah, Rings of Power Season 3 is somehow coming out this year. So, time to revisit good old Lament for Waldrig and maybe some other extended works. Orange soda for $5. That's a hell of a compliment to pay a woman, by the way. Hey, Tilda looks fucking weird. Why not? She doesn't even need prosthetics. You go, girl. Yeah.
It's a compliment. Yeah.
You look like a supervillain.
Look at the double standard, man. Didn't Willem Dafoe say that he knew he looked like a weird person after a dude in the street said, "Yeah, that's the weird guy. No one looks like him." It's like, come on, man. It's the same thing. Tilda Swinton is our Willem Dafoe, like the woman's Willem Dafoe. So yeah, you should take it as a compliment.
She's the type of girl you take a double glance at. You go, wait, what?
TNZ for 5 New Zealanders. Happy streaming, lads. Smartest panel on YouTube. Something French. Chuck Norris didn't run out of time. Time ran out of Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris? Chuck Norris. Live long and prosper. What does the French thing mean?
It's just, I hope you're doing well, Felix. I'm doing good, man. Hope you're doing well, too.
But it was smart, and then I joke because Platoon and Circle, they got like high IQs, and then I came in, and it's massively evened out the averages.
Overwatch men bid for $1.99. Boys, comics are better. Fuck all who said otherwise. Has anybody read those?
And no, but I know Homelander says the N-word a lot.
I know that, well, spoilers if anyone cares. Black Noir was supposed to be a Homelander clone to keep him in check. I don't know if the show's going to do anything with that, though.
No, it's like Black Noir was Black, the original one, so it wasn't even a clone. And then he died, and then there's another guy playing him, and it's another black dude who's not Homelander's clone. So that's going out the window. They're not going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how it's going to end. Like in the comic, I think like Billy Butcher goes super evil at the end and tries to kill everyone. I don't think they're going to do. I think he'll probably cry and go, "Oh, I should die," and like he'll have like Huey kill him and
or he'll kill himself in a bid to kill Homelander, and it'll be like that you became the thing you hated, but at least you died doing it, sort of thing. I can see them doing. It'll be lazy and easy, so they'll probably do that.
Well, Homelander doesn't die till that last episode, so
yes. Joy Bag of Donuts asks you, Reaper, for a bedtime story.
I was attacked by dolphins once, and I punched it, and I managed to get away. So there's that.
The end.
I was in Cuba. I went, I'll swim with the dolphins. They're all really nice and cool. And no, they're not. The fucking bastards. Horrible bastards. One just jumped up and body slammed me. I didn't know where the fuck I was. I was under the water. I was trying to get to land. And then when it came up to me, I hit it. And it went away. And I fucking swam to the beach.
You know, it's funny. You reminded me of a King of the Hill episode where Hank gets talked into swimming with dolphins and he gets raped by the dolphin in front of like all his friends and shit. It's like such a strange occurrence. But yeah, they could be pretty like tenacious creatures, actually.
But the dolphin instructor went, he must really like you. And I was like, no, he fucking didn't. He tried to kill me. He body slammed me. You fucking asshole.
Rodon Life Productions for $9.99. Little Platoon. How do you do the dubbing for your avatar in real time like that? The best I can do is time my animations just so for my videos. Also, hi, uninspired reviewer.
Hi.
So this thing I'm using at the moment, you can do. There's so much more you can do with this. I'm just way too lazy to explore it properly. But it's what am I even using? Is it Live 2D or actually I've forgotten my own software? VTube Studio. That's the one on Steam. You basically need to, if you've got like an avatar character, you need to break it apart, rig up each individual part, and then it uses webcam tracking for. I mean, mine just does basic, like very limited movement and a little bit of controllable and scalable mouth and eye stuff. But you can do loads more. Like you can make them way more interactive. We just sort of cobbled this together and nobody knew what they were doing. But so eventually it will be scaled and made better. But that's the way to do it. Reasonably cheaply, I guess, is VTube Studio. Get someone who knows how to rig or learn yourself. It's a bit of a faff, but yeah, it's all right. But there's a reason I don't use it for my videos, which is that you can do more with stills.
It'd be weird if you had a proper V2 setup and we could just see you moving around all the time. It just looks so weird because you just laid back with a glass in your hand.
Yeah, I've never seen you take a sip. It'll creep me out the day that
There's a button that moves that arm. I just can't remember which button that is, so I never press them. Because if I get it wrong, you'll end up wearing like a Santa Claus hat and a monocle or something.
It's got this warm, stale glass of wine that he's had for like the last 3 years, just sitting there.
And the same cigarette. I've quit. I just hold it there.
Never lived.
All right, TNT for 10 New Zealand's can't watch The Boys because it's a rip-off of Pat Mill's martial law from 1987 and explored all the same issues in a much smarter way. Black Panther, he was invented and written and drawn by 2 Jewish dudes. There you go. I've not heard of martial law, so I'll have to take your word for that. Anyone else familiar with martial law?
Nope. Never heard of it.
Let me check that out. Gem my shuffle. 5 Canadian. Is there any evil Superman stories that are actually good? I find they are almost all crap as deconstructions. The exceptions would be the Justice Laws from the 2000s cartoon. That Superman actually thinks he's a good person, and of course, Paul Atreides and Eren Yeager and Saitama.
Evil Superman. I don't think those. I don't think like those 3 applied to that. I would say the first 2-3 episodes of The Boys were Homelander before he became a meme. I think that's actually a decent version of it. Maybe there's Brightburn, but there's most of the time it's like a failure, from what I've heard. Omni-Man. No, actually no. Omni-Man is the best. Season 1 is Invincible.
But I think what he means is like they still have like Superman's sensibilities. It's like a realistic depiction of him going evil, rather than just. Most of these people just rely on being overpowered like Superman. Like, Omni-Man is like, he can destroy a planet with Superman's powers. Homelander is basically invincible. But, like, that's basically where the similarities end.
Yeah, but look at
like,
Eren. Eren's well aware of what he's doing is fucking horrible. So it doesn't really work. And I'm not familiar with the others.
Yeah, he's better written. But I'm saying that I think what they think is, like, a good person justifiably turning a bit more authoritarian and evil. Whereas Homelander's kind of just a meme at this point. And Omni-Man is just like, space Hitler.
That's why I referenced the first like 3 episodes of The Boys. When there's actual like complexity to his character, it's some intrigue. He's a meme now, but it's just, I don't know, it's difficult. I don't know. I've always described Eren Yeager as like a better Anakin, like a better written version of that type of arc.
Well, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Until the last 5 seconds.
Until the last 5 fucking seconds. Like literally his last line. Like you fucked it all up at the finish line.
Literally the last fucking panel, dude, of the manga too. You're just there like, what?
Just literally die of a heart attack right there, and it would have been a better show. He could have just been raped by a pigeon, and I'd prefer that than that stupid fucking comment. So not to be real.
I don't want Mikasa to have another boyfriend. Oh my god!
It's still fucking almost perfect until it wasn't. But I
cries like a girl.
I genuinely
fucking bad, man.
If you ever watch that show Platoon, there's a million questions I'd have for you in terms of like plot, character, whatnot. But do you consider that one of the like the Jaime Lannister type character assassinations where one single line of dialogue just obliterates someone's whole arc? So I'd be curious to see what you think about that.
Yeah, it's still on my list. The list isn't getting any smaller, but it's still on there. So I'll get around to it eventually. Indian Kid for $4.99 Platoon. Not sure if you follow the Premier League intently, but are you worried about Arsenal battling it? Worried is not the word I would use. I think that would be very funny. So I almost hope it'll happen. But there's still a few games left. We will see. It probably won't because that would be too funny. It will be slightly more boring. They'll lose maybe one more game, but City will draw something, and then they'll just squeak through at the end. So yeah, not worried either way.
All right, I'm gonna ask it. Who has the fire alarm that's chirping?
Yes, mine. Sorry, can't stop it. It keeps doing it. It does it like the same time every night, and then it stops. But I can't change batteries because it doesn't have batteries because it's connected to the mains. Both of them go off at the same time, roughly every night at this point. It's really fucking annoying because I can't fucking record anything. There it goes again.
I heard it. Oh shit! I've had that for a while. Then you can't do anything about it. You learn to just like live with it, and it bores into your brain, man. It's terrible.
I just have to get a fucking electrician out. I can't be honest. I have a house viewing on Tuesday, so I might not even be here that much longer. I'll leave it for somebody else to deal with. But
everyone was blaming me in the chat, like, Brooks, you're fucking Mark. Like, I'm not doing anything.
People on the panel, it's either me or you.
Everyone was blaming me.
I really did assume it was Brooks. Honestly,
I thought it was Brooks as well.
Exactly. Fucking hell, I'm just chilling here.
I didn't want to say like we're the only people who can hear it and he can't.
Oh, Christ, man. No, blame him.
And it's no good, but there are no batteries in it. Trust me, I've looked. It is definitely connected to the mains. I've tried, I've hit it, I've done everything to it besides just pulling wires out of the thing. Yeah.
I genuinely believe you when you say you've hit it. I believe you. I totally fucking believe you because those things just fucking. There's nothing you can do, and you're just stuck with
No.
it, man.
And it's
And
the
you
fact that
can't
it's
touch it.
both of them. It's the one upstairs and downstairs at the same time of day as well. It's just some voltage thing. Fuck 'em. Who wants to die in a fire? Dying in a fire would be easier anyway. It would
Yeah.
end more quickly.
So I mean, I'd
Oh,
rather
s-
risk death in a fire than hearing this stupid sound for fucking longer.
Have you touched the mains? Like, have you actually been electrocuted? It's not fun. I got blown across the room once when I was like 6.
My mum did that. It was funny. I've not done it myself, but I was coming out of my room and she was on the top floor landing on the phone, changing a light bulb with one hand, and she suddenly just went roof. And then for the rest of that week, she was in the best mood ever. It was great.
You got lobotomized.
Bozo is ready for $5. After that trash day from Uninspired, what is everybody's favorite Pixar movie? Incredibles has got to be up on that list.
Toy Story was bad. I said I'm not a fan. I didn't get into it when I was a kid. All right,
It's not good enough.
Second
You
chance.
can't. There are no fucking fences to sit on here. You cannot be. I like the Bug's Life was pretty good.
Bug's Life is pretty underrated, honestly.
Well, I like the whole the grasshopper where he just does that. They realize they outnumber us and we're fucked.
Yes. Yeah, I guess The Incredibles. Does
Yeah.
Last Wish count? Is that Pixar?
I think it is, yeah.
No,
Wait, no, is it? Oh, it's
DreamWorks.
DreamWorks. No, of course it is. Yes, no, it
Okay.
doesn't count. But Incredibles is Pixar, and that definitely counts.
Monsters Inc. is Pixar.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I'm a big fan
there's
of Brave, actually.
Jack Attack, Float. I've never heard of any of these people.
Oh, they're like DVD extras of The Incredibles. Like Jack Attack is basically you see the babysitter mind Jack the entire time.
Mm.
So like and it ends with Syndrome knocking on the door.
I
I get,
man.
yeah,
I go,
Incredibles and Toy Story 1. That'd be the one.
Well, you look back at the Pixar movies, and you used to have all these extra little things because they had so much time to craft it. Like when you see Toy Story 2, and you have all the bloopers at the end. Like they had all these extra cool stuff on the DVD. You don't have that now.
Even A Bug's Life, it had all the bloopers at the end, which is like as if they were actual bugs filming a movie, which is pretty cool. Monsters University did that too. Monsters Inc. Did that too.
Yeah, like the modern ones don't have any of that because fuck it, Lightyear. We'll have him and his fucking lesbian pilot friend.
Well, remember when they even
fucking
had
have fun.
Shrek present the Oscars? Like they were doing so much for animation back then, even though like
And they were
still not
cheaper
as
as well.
respected. Yeah,
They
True.
did so much more with way less technology and way less budget.
Mm.
What was that infamous thing? Well, not infamous. That famous thing where they said most Pixar movies was like one conversation around a dinner table. They came up with like most of their best movies.
That was probably
And
because
then
they all knew each other really well.
And then the guy got Me Too'd. John I can't remember the last
Lasseter.
name.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah. He got Me Too'd. And then even though there was no evidence, they just said, oh, he's really friendly with people. That's all they could get.
Not allowed to be friendly. Speaking of women being terrible, thank you all for making Mondays better. Which woman would you pick to be the worst Voldemort ever? Zendaya, Pedro Pascal, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, or Cynthia Erivo? I think Erivo would do a fantastic job because she's Voldemort in real life.
Fucking creepy,
The
man.
answer has to be
Erivo
Phoebe
would, right?
Waller-Bridge.
Oh, that lanky woman.
The one who ruined Indiana Jones
Yeah.
and Solo.
What a way to
soon to be
describe
Tomb
her, that
Raider.
lanky woman.
No, it was Mauler, man. You call her the Slender Man or something. I can never get it out of my head when I say it. See her now. She's pretty long. Zendaya, just because she's more like she's as intimidating as like a kitten, man. Like you just can't really.
But
If
Pedro
he was
Pascal
scout.
would have a mumble. He'd be like, how are you going to...
Would he still have a beard? Would he still have his stash? Like
No, he's got rid of the stash. He just looks horrendous. He looks trans.
I can imagine Pedro
He was always
Pascal
hard.
in a school would be quite threatening. Something about, I don't know why, just something about those two things going together. Mikey Guzzler for $5. I've got my advance tickets for Michael and Mortal Kombat 2. Will any of you cover these films?
Michael.
Michael
Yeah,
Jackson
Michael
biopic, I'm
Jackson.
guessing. So
Oh,
no
oh.
from me for both of them. Is anybody doing either of those?
Mortal Kombat 2, yeah.
I'll do Mortal Kombat.
Rest in peace,
There you
MJ. Just not much more I need.
I mean, like, yeah, the Michael Jackson biopic doesn't really instill any confidence in me to want to go watch the movie.
A modern day biopic? No thanks.
The only good one that was modern day was Better Man, and we let that shit flop. I'm still mad that movie flopped at the cinema. That movie was really, really good.
It was like a monkey though, and I went, "What the fuck is this?" I just didn't.
Yeah, it was so good, man. It's like one of the rare times I've actually shed a tear at the cinema. I was like, "Damn, this is actually pretty fucking good."
I usually shed milky white tears through an eye.
Mikey Gessler for another $5. Also got tickets for Shrek 25th anniversary in theaters. 2001 was a great year. Fellowship of the Ring, Philosopher's Stone, Monsters Inc. Yeah, I mean the 90s and 2000s. Any given year was going to be better than basically the best movies of any year in the 2020s.
And that's what we're so bitter about. We never imagined this type of drop off in quality. We have movies. There's plenty of movies to watch, but actual meaningful stories that stick with you, they're so rare. When we used to have several per year. Yeah.
Roadkill for $5. Ken is actually the main character according to its own rules. Barbie stole his epiphany. Barbie delivers Kenough message highlighted by Ken earlier. Ken is the protagonist of the Barbie movie, and the Barbies are terrorists. So.
If I ever watch that movie, it's because of how fun Ken sounds from everyone.
He seems pretty good.
Yeah, and I like Gosling.
Mr. Bones for $4.99. Shout out to Reaper's Mario review title. Should be title of the year. Also, I think I can hear Blue Smoke Detector. I didn't know you were black. Well, now you know.
Jesus.
And yeah, I saw that Mario video title. That's very good.
It was called Epstein Was Right, You People Are Cattle.
Sty Games for $2.79 Canadian. I returned from work. Now play Lord of the Ring on Xbox. No.
So it begins.
Sty Games uninspired. What if you became inspired and the only way to be uninspired again is to play Lord of the Ring on Xbox One?
Maybe if I ever get an Xbox One. There you go.
Vic Torlstad for $10. God said, Chuck Norris, it's your time. And Chuck says, I'll fight you for it. God says, yes, I will bestow you this request. If I win, you come with me. After the battle, God then says, best 2 out of 3. Yes, Chuck Norris would beat God and indeed anybody else. Sly Games Platoon. What if the only way to avoid eating steak is to listen to the man to woman song from Amelia Paris on repeat for 24 hours while watching it? Steak.
All the steak. Like, what is these people?
Man, I've still never even heard that song from Amelia Perez.
Oh, you should. It's very funny. You should watch the movie. The whole movie is very funny.
Oh, no.
What's the airspeed velocity of a ceiling bird? I don't know. It's like twice the load-bearing capacity of an African swallow. Sty Games for $5 Canadian. Jadinia, what if the only way to avoid eating chicken is to play Lord of the Ring on Platoon's Xbox One that he keeps in basement and pretends not to have?
Well, I'm still in your Xbox. Like, what do you want me to say? This is fucking Lord. Ate both this week. No problems. No discrimination here.
Joy Bag of Donuts for $4.99. Harry, no, don't look at the light. I can't help it. It's so beautiful. That scene is seared into my mind forever. Weirdly, it's not mine because I don't know what that's in reference to.
Yeah, I have no idea what that means.
Is it the mosquito? Is it like a little Pixar thing where I remember it going, don't look into the light. He goes, it's so beautiful. And he gets like zapped.
That sounds familiar. That does sound familiar from somewhere.
Oh, I can't help it. It's so beautiful. He says that, and then he just dies. A bug's life, yeah.
Fuck is that noise? My smoke alarm and Brooks' phone is just going on a vibration around.
Sorry.
Bad Dog for $5. Has anyone watched The Pizza Movie, a comedy with proper story structure? It's a White Castle kind of comedy. No, I have not. I've heard of it, but I've not seen it. Anyone seen Pizza Movie?
Nope.
No.
Not a huge stoner comedy. Well, not a huge modern stoner comedy guy.
Nah.
Come out this year, so it's new.
They haven't done good stoner comedy since like Pineapple Express.
Yeah, that's why I
Harold and Kumar, Half Baked.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while. It's time for the Great Suffocat War to resume. Apparently it is. There are no movies, only content, says Joey Bag of Donuts. That's basically, it's a couple of movies, maybe in a decade. The Clawfather, there can only be one last Suffocat. There are no contents, only Suffocats. And finally, for now, what the hell is a pizza movie? Is that the thing with the retarded one from Stranger Things in it, I think? So, who I think can actually act and is quite funny, so maybe it's good. I don't know. we shall do what we do always now. And if any others come in, we'll get them at the end. And we'll find out in the meantime what everybody is up to in this coming week. What is everyone up to? Uninspired. What have you done recently? What are you doing next?
Yeah, the Hulk video is out. So it's been out for like a week, I think. So yeah, go check that out if you haven't. It's about like a 40-minute video on Ang Lee's Hulk. Pretty good stuff. There's a lot of good to talk about, and there's a lot of bad to talk about, and I just go through it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I'm working on the next video, which will be on Paranorman, which will probably be released in June. So yep, that's pretty much it.
Cool. Jedi Brooks, what about you?
I'll have my Mario video done by tomorrow afternoon, I think. Just got to get through some copyright shit. And just going over Mario Galaxy, I really surprised how much I hated that movie. And just comparing it to Puss in Boots. After rewatching it, it's a masterpiece. It's like one of the best kids movies ever made. And just going through all the work that they put into that movie in comparison to Mario, I think there's a lot to say. So hopefully you can look out for that if you're interested.
Yeah. And Reaper has done a Mario video. What are you doing next?
Well, I plan to do The Boys. I'm gonna do a season 4, but more like about the whole show itself. Then I want to do like Gen V, then season 5. You know, because I've already written it. I just need to run into it. But yeah, because I remember that Super Mario thing. I remember you said, Jedi, like you don't want to go like kind of in. You need a good title with it because it was like quite late, and that title's really. So you want a very provocative title, like I did.
It's tricky, man. It's tricky because like I'm trying to keep it within a format too, but I want to be honest. Like I said last week, it's almost too empty to call it trash. So I'm trying to like really a lot of the substance comes from the script itself, but I've never been great with titles. That's definitely more your thing.
The audience. That's what
definitely more your thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an empty nothing burger of a movie that no one should be defending or encouraging. So
Agreed.
Yeah.
Cynic, what is next for you?
I'm just reading these super chats that are coming in. Okay. I'm supposed to release that video about the Oscars that no one's going to care about, but it's sponsor still dragging their feet. So, you know, someday.
Can't you put the sponsor in a different video?
Yeah, that's what I suggested. And John was like, nah.
Oh.
So.
Well, sucks to be them.
John?
Yeah. Sucks to be them.
So Oscars video at some point. Anything else in the pipeline?
Nope.
Fair enough.
Yep.
And
there's nothing out, to be fair. I can't really blame you for that.
Oh, wait. Let me do a quick shout out. Niat has been vanished from YouTube for a while, but he released his novel he's been working on. That's amazing. He's in the chat right now, so just give him a little bit of a shout out. That is some good work, man. That's so cool. Inspiring shit.
Nice, Niat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he did a book?
I need to get that.
Yeah, he made a novel. He's been put. That's part of the reason I think he stopped streaming for a little while to focus on that. But give the man his shout out. That's good shit. So many people say they want to do it, they're gonna do it, but how many people actually go and put in the work and get it done?
Then again, how many people should? There's that Christopher Hitchens quote. It's said that most people have a book in them, and in most cases, that is where it should stay.
It should stay, 100%.
But I'm sure that doesn't apply to good old Niat, because yes, it reminds me I need to get that ordered. But congratulations on the book, sir. We hope to see you back on the internet soon. If you can bear to slum it with us plebs, now you're a published author. Finally, from me, what have I got? Mario movie basically done. There's a couple like a day's more work on that, I think. So hopefully that'll be out in the next day or two. Then I have to go and figure out why Avatar isn't getting past copyright, because that's my version of Cynic's Oscars video. Then that no one's going to give a fuck. It's done basically, so I can't not release it.
What are you going to do? It's all that work.
I know. I don't even like it very much. So I keep going back through it and say, I'm bored of this. I'm bored of this. And it's never good if I'm bored of it. But yeah, so that'll be out. Hopefully both of those will be this week, and then we can move on to the heady heights of May and Mando and Grogu and all of those exciting movies that are coming out. But
yay!
Before we leave, right, speed run time. Curry bag of donuts. There can only be one final supper cat. Sty Games. Supper is last cat. Sty Games. Paranorman to paranormal woman, or paranormal woman to paranormal man. Yes. Welcome to BSUP After Dark. You can never leave. We'll fucking see about that. Side Games, the cat won't supper itself. Film Comics explains, hell, lads, the real supper cat is the contents. Stop indulging them. The real supper cat is the cat. Contents a lot we consumed along the way. Joe Vagadella, Sty supper is too much for my cat. Sty Games, Plankton, what if you were forced to read supper cats for eternity and the only way to avoid it is to have steak be your sleep paralysis demon? Steak it is. Sty Games, Joey's cat is too much for my supper. And finally, I think, Sty Games, Pauline, what if you had, who's Pauline on this panel? What if you had to eat steak paralysis demon and the only way to get rid of it was to eat steak? I think it's for me because it's steak. Steak.
Pauline, like your real name? Like where that
He's called you Pauline and Plankton and basically anything with P.
Finally, Supper Cat is moi. Thank you. The buttons being hit. Any other super chats will not be read from this point. We will see you next week. Goodbye.
Peace.